lovers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking, and I welcome you all back to the Electric Narwhal after we took a spring break of sorts. Last weekend was Easter, and I spent some time with my family, and it was great. It was absolutely delightful. Also, super casually got an insanely rare and valuable magic card. That was fun. That was a good time as well. But yeah, I'm also excited to be back with some more Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space. Before the break, we had our first installment of Season 2, which is Beyond Time and Space. And in it, we discovered that someone had manipulated Santa into being naughty and sending, like, dangerous presents to all the boys and girls and gender-neutral they-thems of the world. Including Sam Max, who received the Mametron 9000, who was waxing poetic and also being extremely violent. So they drove their way up to the North Pole, which wasn't a big deal because they've already driven their way to the moon, as we know. And they investigated the situation, ultimately learning that the shambling corporate presence who appeared in Season 1 had taken hold of the North Pole. And they conducted an exorcism, only to curiously discover that it wasn't Santa who was the one being possessed. It was like the head of his elf workshop. And Santa attempted to take down the shambling corporate presence once we had freed it from the said elf. But we didn't read all the instructions. Things got complicated, and we had to yada 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 save 3 time periods of Christmas with the spirits of past, present, and future in order to garner the favor of the Christmas spirits of temporal specificity and ultimately contain the shambling corporate presence once more. And that pretty much brings us up to speed, of course, because each of these chapters is largely episodic with some thematic and narrative hooks that sort of overlap between them. I'm really excited for this one because my recollection is I think it is episode 2 of the season that starts my favorite running joke, and I can't guarantee that anyone will actually enjoy it as much as I do, but man, is it my, like, it might be my favorite Sam and Max thing of ever, and that's saying something, but like, man, it's great. Is this where Futurama got its Santa from? No, the like evil robot Santa from Futurama certainly predates Ice Station Santa, because that came out in, oh gosh, first season came out in what, 2008, and then like no, that's not right. It's earlier than that. But still, like, the entire first run of Futurama was, like, late 90s, early 2000s. So, like, there's just no shot unless, you know, originally that concept was in some old, like, Sam & Max comic or something I don't know about. But I don't think that's true. Let's see. Anime says, order DoorDash because I was just paid. I'm too lazy to cook. Very relatable. Apparently a Dasher got into an argument at Sonic since someone probably stole the order and then got the food to you 2 hours late. That sucks. There's one time, it's not a particularly interesting story, but I'll recount it anyway. There was like one time at my old apartment where like I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut and it just like took 2.5 hours and like no explanation was given. It just like took a full like 2.5 hours to the point that I like legitimately like forgot I had ordered a pizza. It took so long. And then I was like, wait, aren't I supposed to have food? And then like a half hour after that, it finally showed up. And I'm like, what happened? Not an interesting story, I know. All right, let's start playing some video game. Now, this seems to be working. And from what I could tell, all the audio adjustments I had to make for the new, like, technically it's a new game worked out last time. Now I am going to have to remember how the controls work for this because I'm used to playing point and click, but my poor computer does not like playing this game and streaming at the same time, and I get it, that's a mood. Is there any heat left in the pizza? It wasn't like ice cold, it wasn't like super warm. I imagine that what happened is they like goofed something in their system and like sent a pizza over like after the fact, or maybe like their whole system crashed or something. I don't know. It was very weird. Again, no explanation was given, so I can't really recount any more than that. Give me a shout in chat if I missed any comments while trying to recount that or anything. Great. Let us play Moai Better Blues, which is probably like a super clever reference, but I only vaguely know what it means. I feel like it is a reference to something I don't know, which makes it harder for me to appreciate. Which is why I always make a tremendous amount of effort to belabor the point of explaining every single reference I ever make during chat, unless I just ignore it outright and just say it for me.
Time coming back from the North Pole, eh, Max?
If you say so, Miss Daisy. If I'd been driving, it wouldn't have taken us a whole month to get home.
Well, I've got to go drain the DeSoto.
You should have taken care of that before we left.
Somebody insisted that we drive through the Hudson Bay with the top down.
Huh. Well, that lacks subtlety.
What the hell was that all about?
Unless I miss my guess, Sybil's being pursued by some kind of rogue semi-sentient interdimensional portal.
Huh.
Help!
Think we should try to help her?
Can't think of anything better to do.
But we were gonna drain the DeSoto, is that not better? Anyway, says Sonic probably remade the order and the Dasher had an insulated bag so the food was still decent. I mean, that's good at least. I mean, presumably you didn't get double charged, but that weight's pretty abysmal. How did that end up factoring into your ranking of that delivery? It's kind of fascinating to just watch this happen. I love that Sybil's is now canonically just, like, smashed into this corner. And, like, completely blocking what is definitely a street. So cops are still over there. Stinky's Diner's there. Do we have anything interesting? We have Big Gun. We always have Big Gun. Can we talk to Sybil? Okay, that's appropriate. Oh, hey, I just got back. What's the...
Too bad this only...
You park in this neighborhood, you take your chances.
I was trying to click on the bad news.
Christmas saved. Santa pronounced dead at the scene.
He's not dead, just in hell.
Probably best if we let the kids just think he's dead.
Yeah, that's,
Keep
better.
Revolution quelled.
But I suspect the pigeons are still planning a coup.
Hey, where's Arcadius? Arcadius would probably like that one. Let's talk to Jimmy Two Teeth. Sir, maybe having an impact on this game.
Jimmy Two Teeth. We were wondering where you'd scampered off to.
What are yous doing just standing there? Stop that thing! It already sucked up Big Otis and T-Bone.
People keep making stuff up. I mean, can I just, like, shoot it? Can I solve problem with gun? Alright, let me go upstairs. Maybe I have something in my office for this. Just wonder what the argument was like at the Sonic. Yeah, it's definitely curious. Mom says, when she ordered a sub while visiting my brother in San Francisco, an hour later, in the midst of tracking updates, got notice that the sub was lost and it was too late to order another one. I remember you telling me that. It's fascinating that the sub was lost. Like, it's one thing to say that, like, the driver canceled and they couldn't get another one or something kind of esoteric like that, but it's just like, did an angry semi-sentient triangular portal of red anger, like, swallow the sandwich? And they're like, well, no one's around to solve that video game puzzle, so I guess dinner is canceled. So we still kind of just have Season 1 stuff in there, but we do now have the North Pole in our office.
Santa's workshop until he gets back.
When do you think he'll get out of hell?
Probably right after it freezes over.
That's a good point. Now, what's strange about that is the fact that it's implied that we just picked up from when we got back from the North Pole. So how did the North Pole beat us back to the office? Also, is this the literal, like, magnetic North Pole? Because I feel like that's gonna goof up some compasses. Oh, hey, look, Jimmy Two Teeth's old place is for rent.
I'm impressed. It's even more beat up than our office.
Yeah, if he thinks he's getting a security deposit back, he's crazy.
UPS? You have a lot of faith in UPS, Cotillion. Oh, answering machine.
It's Max, from the future. I've come back to warn you. Don't forget the 12 monkeys.
What was that about?
I'm making 12 monkey chili.
And do you usually forget to add the monkeys?
No, I just forget to peel them.
I know that's a reference to the movie and later TV series of the name 12 Monkeys. And I've seen a little bit of both of those, and I gotta tell you, it wasn't enough for me to know what the 12 monkeys are.
The blood bank calling for Mr. Max. Thanks for your very generous donation, but we'd really prefer that people only donate their own blood.
Great. Now what are we gonna do with all those buckets of sea monster blood?
We could build a grotesque slip and slide.
Great idea. We'll call it the birth canal.
Oh, that's so troubling. That series of grim jokes escalated so rapidly.
It's Max from the future. I've come back.
What was
Only
that
2
about?
messages again?
No, I just...
Telling me we don't have 3 jokes for comedic convention? Oh man, the TV antenna's just gone now, huh? We used it in too many puzzles.
The TV stations started showing static to cut costs, but now they're showing reruns.
I haven't seen this one yet. Don't tell me how it ends. Whee!
So there's clearly still a hole in our wall.
Flint's office feels empty without him.
Me too. I really love that guy.
Nice work, Max.
So can I do you next?
Thanks, but I'm not letting you anywhere near my head with those hedge clippers.
Come on, you'll never feel a thing.
That's what worries me.
Is this a reference to something? I haven't seen this
Didn't
yet.
realize frogs could play mariachi music.
They can't. They're terrible.
But it's the passion that counts. Okay, I've learned that my office seems to contain nothing of value for the purpose of whatever it is I'm trying to
I
do
hope
right
that
now.
after getting a punching bag for the office, Max would stop hitting me all the time.
But that's how I show affection.
Well, could you stop loving me so much before 6 a.m.?
No way, Sam. I could never stop loving you.
Oh, there's some really powerful innuendo to kick off this chapter, huh? I could suggest you could make gigantic black puddings with all that monster blood. Don't believe it was only monster blood, though. I'm certainly too American to have deep familiarity with, like, puddings of this sort. Does blood make a good dessert if you're not a Klingon?
It's some kind of semi-sentient interdimensional portal.
Well, it seems kind of callous to just, like, keep going into random locations, but I gotta tell you, I don't have anything on hand that makes an obvious solution to the malevolent triangular portal.
Hey, Bosco, what do you know about suddenly appearing interdimensional portals?
Well, I hear a lot of things. What does it look like?
3 sides, reddish, chasing Sybil.
Oh, well, what you got there is a Bermuda Triangle.
Right?
Of course. Why didn't we think of that?
Wait, chasing Sybil? You mean it's here?
No, it's
That
outside.
ain't good. That ain't good at all.
Shouldn't the Bermuda Triangle be in Bermuda?
What's the Bermuda Triangle doing all the way up here?
Sometimes they just like to wander. Unless it was summoned by THEM.
This again?
Who summoned the triangle here?
I told you, THEM.
I really hope you're talking about the giant ants this time.
Giant ants? That's crazy. I'm talking about the mysterious cabal of controllers who summon the triangles as sentient portals to do their dark bidding.
Well, that makes sense.
If there's a triangle in our neighborhood, that means they're coming.
Why does the Bermuda Triangle have such a grudge against all those boats and planes?
Oh, the triangle got a bad rap for that. Scientists say those accidents were caused by sudden explosive outbursts of methane gas.
Death fart.
Speaking of which...
Max, don't.
What, Sam? I was going to point out that many phenomena long believed to have paranormal causes have actually turned out to be far more mundane in origin. Only one phenomenon's tremendous power continues to baffle scientists
Now he's gonna
and
fart.
defy rational explanation.
What's that?
There it is. That's how you craft a joke.
Why has the triangle got you so spooked?
It's a bad omen, guys. They're coming for us. I'm going to work even harder to get my emergency bunker in shape, and I recommend you two do the same.
Is our emergency bunker in shape, Max?
It sags a little, but you try looking that good after 2 kids and a Y2K scare.
Stupid. Very stupid joke. Aka says it's gonna be my birthday on Thursday. It's coming up much faster than I thought. This whole year is, like, on fire. Like, it should be good news, but I feel like there's, like, too much that I should hypothetically be doing that I haven't. And it's, like, really freaking me out, man. Yeah, Sam Max is great. I'm glad that, people appreciate this. Every now and then, I, like, play something on stream that I really care about, and people are like, I am lukewarm on this. But, like, Sam Max, I'm a really big fan of. Just everything. Just all of it.
How do we help Sybil?
Once a triangle gets imprinted on you, it's tough to shake it. But they say you can train them, if you can figure out how to communicate with them.
How do we communicate with the triangle?
Well, they're very attracted to symbols and sigils.
And Sybil's, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Those two. They're not real picky. They're driven by shapes and colors. A pink rhombus makes it nostalgic for the 50s. A red octagon
Sounds
makes
like
it
the
stop
reasoning
whatever
behind,
it's
like,
doing.
different colors of
A blue
kryptonite in
icosahedron
Superman lore.
makes it sit in its mom's basement and draw maps of dungeons. And they can't see or hear. So you've got to feed them a symbol of what you want them to do.
Apparently, I should have paid more attention to that. I don't know if there was a clue about a specific thing I wanted it to do. Although, it sounds like if I give it a D20, it'll be my next Dungeon Master.
How do we communicate with the triangle again?
Hey, Mr.
They
Generic
can't
Name,
see
welcome
or
to the
hear.
stream.
So you've got to feed them a symbol of the right shape and color. A pink rhombus makes it nostalgic for the 50s.
Right.
A red octagon makes it stop whatever it's doing.
Ah, red
A
octagon.
blue
I gotta feed it a
icosahedron
stop sign.
makes
Yeah,
it
yeah,
sit
yeah.
in its mom's
That makes
basement
sense.
and draw maps of dungeons.
I paid attention to both of the jokes and not the clue. Very good. Good start to the day. Oh yeah, we'd like to buy something for sure.
We'd like to buy something.
I told you fools last time. The store's closed.
But I've been craving a pack of beef tarts for weeks now.
Oh, I
It's
hate
the
that.
delicious tangy candy that makes its own gravy. Help
Oh,
us
that's
out,
worse.
Vasco.
Stop wasting my time. I'll never get the bunker ready if you two keep jabbering at me.
You can't close the store, Bosco.
Everything we value was bought or shoplifted from here.
Don't you see? The end is nigh.
Nye?
Yes, nigh. Wandering Bermuda triangles, strange radio transmissions. Don't you see? It's THEM. They're coming. I have to relocate before it's too late.
Where are you planning to go?
Oh, You'd like me to tell you where my emergency bunker is?
Yes,
no
correct.
chance. You'll have to stop goofing off and build your own.
It's
But
just
what
like
about the
fable
parable of the grasshopper and the ant?
If the ant were a paranoid lunatic.
And the grasshoppers, too, come to think of it.
Can you tell that my entire personality has been shaped by Sam and Max? Yes? No?
Not that we're planning to hide in it, but where's your emergency bunker, Bosco?
For the last time, my secret bunker's secret location is a secret.
That's fine. I'll ask the Squirtles. One of them probably knows.
Keep watching the skies, Bosco.
Always.
What's to do with these magazines?
Max Impeachment Weekly, volumes 14, 15, and 16.
Volume 17 comes out next week.
I've expected that to be out for longer. Seismograph seems relevant. I
Can
don't
this
think
tell
we
the
had that
difference
before,
between
did we?
earthquakes and zombie uprisings?
What do you think earthquakes are?
Jakey says, found a job available for what I want to do when I graduate. It's in rural Alaska. And it's only 20 hours a week. Wow, that's a lot to process. What are you supposed to do with the rest of the week in Alaska? In high school, one of my friends was like dating someone who had like lived in Alaska, and like she was like super weird, and like her excuse was basically like, when you spend all that time in Alaska, there's like nothing to do. Stuff gets weird. Devolution says, that's not a job, it's a Hallmark movie hook. That's like literally true. I can specifically think of like 2 that describes, and only one of them stars Candace Cameron Bure. Alright, there should be a stop sign somewhere on the street, shouldn't there? Well, there's dead end. I can't reach that. Is there a stop sign in our office that I've forgotten? I'll just keep talking to all the characters, because that seems like a good start to every Sam & Max chapter. I love this dumpster as the end of the world. Talk to garage.
Howdy, cops. How's the auto body business?
Hello, we're working on... Hello, we're working on the most... Please calm down, lady! We're sorry, we cannot handle your request until you've taken care of the noise problem.
I feel like I need you, like, because a lot of this Sam & Max nostalgia tour has coincided with a really hectic and miserable point in my life, I feel like I need to, like, ask all of you to, like, go back through the VODs and, like, find all of the things that you want sampled, and I feel like there's gonna be, like, 4 from the Angry Arcade Machine.
Chris...
Keeps, like, changing the hitbox when I, like, look away from the screen in, like, an inexplicable fashion. Color and shape. Color and shape. I mean, specifically stop sign seems like it should be useful. I feel like one should exist somewhere. Yeah, Geez Lady Calm Down's pretty good. And it's one of those ones that, like, clearly has multiple applications and people will, like, constantly catch me off guard with it. Those ones are fun because those get, like, extra layers of being a joke. Okay, hang on. Maybe there's an obvious solution to this. Can I drive my car someplace where I can run over a stop sign? No, I can't drive anywhere right now. That's vaguely problematic. Well, I guess it's time to go in Stinky's Diner, the one thing I haven't tried yet. Is that an animatronic bear head on the wall? Correct, it is.
Oh, damn it, stupid Spot.
Hiya, Stinky.
Oh, it's you guys. Hank and Jethro, was it?
You got it, lady.
Actually.
What are you doing?
What?
Oh, I see a stop
I was just
sign.
taking care of some cleaning.
If that's a bloodstain, you should be sure to use bleach.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just say it like that. Can I have this? Give it to me.
Can we borrow your sign, Stinky? It's kind of important.
Well, okay. But bring it back. It's a national heirloom. That's the stop sign that would have prevented the Kennedy assassination if Connolly hadn't run it.
Lot to process there, too. Hey, it's our buddy, Flint Paper.
Look, Max, it's our neighbor, Flint Paper.
Hiya, fellas. Keep it on the down low, would ya? I'm doing surveillance.
Oh boy, real detective work!
Who are you spying on?
Some mug name of Bosco.
Huh. Is it paranoia if someone's watching you with binoculars from across the street?
Why are you checking out Bosco, Flint?
For a client, Samo. Said she was the poor chump's mom. She was a real no-nonsense dame, with legs up to here.
That's
Hairy
too many legs.
But still.
She's a spider. She's clearly a big spider. Do I care? Why is the ashtray?
Stinky's has a no smoking unless you're Flint policy.
Sounds a lot like their policy on homicides.
It's on the specials board. Camp David Granick. Oh, it's more like diner
Hey,
talk
Stinky.
shenanigans. Who is this guy? He was introduced at the start of Ice Station Santa. He's the guy who has the office next to Sam & Max. It's implied that it's like the same office from the start of Sam & Max Hit the Road, where like when you try to leave your office, like you hear like a fight next door and then like someone shoots a smiley face into the wall with like a Tommy gun. Flint Paper.
What are you cleaning up? Is that a blood stain?
Don't be ridiculous. Blood? You act like I killed Stinky or something. Grandpa Stinky.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, intrigue!
Oh, this is just cherry marinara sauce for the meatball banana split pie Italiano.
Well, that
Oh,
does
man.
sound tasty.
I don't know. There's certainly categories of things that I think we all are more inclined to find funnier than like the average person. For some reason, like, character, like, doing an extremely bad job lying, like, always gets me. I think that's why I was so partial to that, like, one story arc from the Adventure Zone, where, like, it was, like, a major part of one of the characters' identities, is that they had to, like, kind of, like, cover up, like, supernatural stuff happening in this town, and they were just, like, an abysmal liar. Just very, very funny to me. I know, right, Neko? I made that same observation last time, that Stinky kind of looks like the Sam and Max in-world version of Amame Doi, the mermaid waitress from the Somnium Files games.
Whatever happened to the original Stinky anyway?
Did he become a banana split?
Went on an
sub?
around-the-world cruise.
Stinky hated traveling. And water.
And the world.
Yeah,
that's
well,
a
he
great
must have
point.
changed his mind. So are you two going to order anything?
What's Flint Paper doing here?
I was about to ask you the
Hey,
same
Sniper
thing.
Justin, welcome.
He's been here all morning.
Nervous about having a trio of ace detectives snooping into your little scheme, lady?
Oh, don't be silly. I just have to move some things out of the meat locker. But I can't if I keep having to refill his Java and empty his ashtray.
What if you did that in the opposite order? How do you think that would go? Strike that, reverse that.
Next time you hear from him, tell Grandpa Stinky we said hello.
Oh, I don't think we'll be hearing from him ever again.
Because you sent him on a permanent vacation?
No, because he was a cheapskate and I refuse collect calls. What is it with you guys?
A rogue triangle is chasing after Sybil.
Triangle? Yeah, that's not really my thing. I specialized in the more circular interdimensional portals.
Some expert.
Yes, Stinky. You're an expert in portals, like President Max is an expert in diplomacy.
Wow,
Risk
that's
is
hurtful.
more my thing.
What's the special today?
Oh, it's just a sandwich I whipped up for the Camp David Middle East Peace Summit in 2000. Roast beef, Munster cheese on a slab of granite on sliced sourdough. Nothing special.
A slab of granite?
Yeah, you know, for texture. On
Yeah,
the
for
kids' menu,
texture.
I substitute a slab of basalt. It's easier for the little ones to digest.
If anyone here hasn't heard of Roll for Sandwich, it's a pretty fun idea. There's like a guy who makes like short, like TikTok length videos of himself like using a series of dice tables to determine what his lunch is. And he did a really good one for April Fool's Day that I appreciated, where like he just kept getting the result of none until he got to cheese, and it was just like 2 slices of cheese, and he's like, all right, I guess that's my sandwich.
We're ready to order. We'd like the special.
Sure, granite sandwich coming right up.
I wanted
Sick.
the other special.
Oh, sorry. That's for kids only. FDA regulations.
Give Max the kid
Max would like
special.
the kid special.
That's for kids only.
But I have a childlike sense of wonder.
Hey,
You can't prove
I
how
don't
old
make the
Max is. You
rules.
don't have the carbon dating gun. What was that really stupid joke from like halfway through that episode where she had like there's like Abe Lincoln Must Die, and she like started with like a dating service, and then like Abe Lincoln breaks her heart, and so you go and like visit her again, and she's like, we're like, oh, what are you doing now, Sybil? And she's like, I run a dating service. And they're like what? She's like, carbon dating. I got like a discount on this gun, and it was easier to do that than to like change all the signs on my building.
We want the green salad, extra smoky, with a side of cracked nuts.
Sal, the Jack Nicholson with Dennis Hopper and Gary Busey.
Could we have the grilled cheese with Tabasco and a side of curly fries?
Sal, I need Diane Sawyer with the flamethrower hopped up on goofballs.
Ooh, so do I.
We'd like the soft-boiled eggs on waffles, with coffee, extra cream.
Sal, get me Scooter Libby on a glockenspiel with Mike Tyson singing alto.
I'll have the deep-fried devil dogs with a diet drink, and Max will have the salad plate with extra blue cheese.
Sal, half a Jack Black with a supersized Keira Knightley. In deep denial.
So from the perspective
On
of
second
you,
thought,
most
I'm not
of
that
whom
hungry.
If you say so.
I interpret not to have played these games before. Do you think we'll ever meet Sal? Do you think he'll be of extreme importance? JK says, if Diane Sawyer had a flamethrower, I'd be scared. I'm pretty scared of the idea of anyone in my immediate vicinity having a flamethrower. I mostly don't trust people to have a flamethrower and not use it irresponsibly. Because I feel like on some level we're all like, ooh, a flamethrower. I have an appreciation for the, like, diner slang joke, but, like, they require, like, too much thinking for me to, like, really appreciate them in the moment. Like, I'd have to, like, listen to them multiple times to try and, like, parse them, and I'm like, I'm too lazy for that.
Bye, Stinky.
Okay. I got a granite sandwich for some reason. Surely I'll want that later. I'm feeling a little peckish. But we did potentially find a solution to our immediate triangle problem, and it's only been like 35 minutes. Alright, so let's get in position where we can... Nope. Yeah, I think it's something about the triangle, like, passing in front of where the console game has perceived my cursor to be that causes the hitboxes to, like, jump around.
Oh, it stopped.
Well, there's another case solved.
I heard
did it.
screaming. Are you all right, Sybil? Whoa! What's happening?
How did we get there in the first place? My only regret is that I had bonitis.
Be strong, my marble darling. I'll save you.
Oh, that's really sweet. She was trying so hard not to get absorbed by it.
There's another case solved, and with minimal casualties.
Yeah.
What do you think's on the other
Acceptable
side,
casualties.
Oh, I don't know. Probably some horrible alternate dimension ruled by incomprehensibly horrific ancient gods seeking to bring chaos to this plane.
It's a really angry-looking portal.
You can read my mind, Sam.
God, I hope not.
Hugh Bliss could, and he was pretty upset about it. Great thing about Sam and Max is we've made very little progress, narratively speaking, but I've been having a great time. I shoot at him. I guess she wishes that Hugh Bliss would have told us what was in Max's mind. I think it would be like classic Lovecraftian horror. I feel like just having a vague inkling of what Max is thinking about would like absolutely
More
devastate your
typical than
sanity.
I imagined a horrific alternate dimension to be.
Help! Help me! Help!
Oh, you big baby.
But my nose sunburns so easily.
I'll get it for you later. Oh, hi, Sam and Max. Are you guys on vacation too?
Vacation? We came here to rescue you from unimaginable horrors beyond the portal of mystery.
You could have at least had the courtesy to be impaled on spikes or something.
Step aside, Harvey. You're blocking my tan.
You were
Well,
just
thanks for the
complaining about
thought,
sun
guys.
exposure.
But this place is great.
What was the name of it again? Rapa Nui?
Rapa Nui, the crux of all paranormal activity in the South Pacific, commonly known as Easter Island. Because once you leave, 3 days later, you can't wait to come back.
Abe and I thought this would be a great
I feel like
chance
that's
to
not
get
true, but
some
I don't know.
alone time.
Emphasis on alone.
Ah, finally, someone has come to rescue us from the ancient prophecy.
That sounds like our speed.
They talk?
Uh-oh, Sam. Ancient prophecies can only mean two things. Tedious backstories and work we don't get paid for.
Let's hear them out, little buddy.
Well, all
I'm
right.
not sure we've ever been
Maybe
paid.
these giant stone heads have something interesting to say.
Absolutely
What's all this
devastating
about a
burn.
prophecy?
The Ancient Ones said this was going to happen. It's the end of our civilization. But you can stop the prophecy and save us all.
The Telltale Sam and Max universe does a good job of having like a group of characters to have multiple perspectives and flavors, but like giving them individual stupid gags. I mean, like, you could argue that like Easter Island style stone statue head that's buried half underground trying to talk is pretty similar to like Chippy, the member of C.O.P.S who only speaks in beeps, but, like, it feels different. Also, I gotta say, Sybil and Abe, like, shifted really dramatically from, like, getting sucked into the portal to, like, this is a vacation we planned and we're already enjoying a picnic.
What exactly does this prophecy say is going to happen?
The carvers foretold a golden age of 1,000 years of peace. And then a terrible cataclysm.
I mean, Max farted before, does that count?
Cow would reawaken and rain fiery death upon the island. Our noble civilization would come to an end.
Hot damn!
Sounds like we picked the coolest time to come. What do you want us to do?
You must stop Cow from erupting and destroying us all.
Must we?
I can speak of a hidden cave beneath the island where the ancient carvers built a means to pacify the volcano.
Is it
god.
a giant pacifier?
In the mood for a little spelunking and volcano god pacifying, little buddy?
If by pacifying you mean squeezing the magma out of him like toothpaste from a savagely beaten tube, and by spelunking you mean spelunking, then yes!
We'll take the case.
Your Honor,
What does that mean?
like the Hawaiian word aloha, it can mean many things like hello, goodbye, or, as in this case, we're not going to pay you.
Deadbeat really is the universal language.
These teeth are kind of creepy. Which teeth in particular, Jakey? Yeah, does that prophecy get any more specific? That's pretty general.
Does the prophecy say anything else?
Oh, there's a pretty good recipe for basalt brownies in there, but the volcano eruption and the end of civilization are the most interesting parts.
Yeah, okay.
How about us? Does the prophecy mention us?
Not that I recall. Oh, there's the creation of the world. Then nothing until the iPod, followed by the fall of civilization.
So stupid.
Not even a passing reference?
Oh, right. There is that bit about the coming of the shoeless dog and the horrifying mouth that walks, who would appear in the final days to wreak mayhem on the island.
I knew it! That makes an even dozen, doesn't it, Sam?
At least. What Paris Hilton is to celebrity gossip blogs, Max is to ancient prophecies of the apocalypse.
It's funny in so many ways. And also sounds roughly like the way I would expect Nego to describe these characters to someone who hadn't played these games. What's your deal?
Who are you guys, anyway?
We are the Moai, guardians of the island spirit, keepers of the elemental power.
Can I have
Sounds like
wind
either
power?
a good prog rock album or a bad animated series.
I control the power of wind.
Give me that one.
Get out!
Well, I used to control the wind. Now there's not much point to it.
Why is that?
If you control the wind, let's see a demonstration.
I'm not really in the mood.
Not in the mood? Come on, blow us up a typhoon.
I guess I've just got a case of the blahs. I don't know.
Where is this ancient hidden underground cave?
Is it the one with all the signs on it?
Cool it, Rocky. We were asking the middle one.
Unfortunately, he is correct. The entrance to the cave is shrouded in
You sure it's not the one with all the
mystery, and
signs on it?
path is fraught with peril.
Fraught with peril or just rife with peril?
This is the kind of thing we need to know going in.
It doesn't matter, you'll never find it.
What's the deal with all these triangles?
The ancients used them to transport the sacred stones and to travel all throughout the world.
And for practical jokes, which weren't funny.
Have you heard the good news about rhinoplasty?
What are you implying?
Oh, nothing. It's good you're not bound by the conventions of traditional beauty.
God, what a horrible
I'm
thing to
just
say.
the way the carvers made me.
What do you guys do for fun around here?
There's not much for us to do except keep watch over the island and wait for our inevitable destruction.
Guess people are alike all over.
Oh, yes, and games of I Spy, of course. It's a palm tree. It's always a palm tree.
It's always
Cheer
a palm
up.
tree.
Max and I will find a way to stop that volcano.
Oh, good. Then we'll be able to go back to our important work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, why are you so invested in the whole not being destroyed thing? You seem pretty
At
unhappy.
least we have something to look forward to.
This guy said almost nothing that whole conversation and chimed in at the end.
Why the long face?
It's just that we've been here for so long, and there's so little for us to do. I have to question the soul-crushing bleakness of our existence, and... Oh, wait. You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Took him long enough to catch on. The way that sob story was going, I thought he was about to show us baby pictures and have us sign his yearbook.
Not cool.
Do you believe in all this prophecy of destruction mumbo-jumbo?
Of course I do. I can feel Ranakau's anger rumbling even now.
Me
It could
too,
be
Sam.
gas.
I
I
think
guess
those
it kinda
tamales
is
from
gas.
Stinkies are repeating on me.
Ah, scatological humor. Very classy.
Cheer up, pal.
So, your civilization is coming to a fiery, cataclysmic end. Don't sweat it.
I'm glad you can joke about the end of our civilization. I don't find it particularly funny.
Lighten up, buddy. We're just trying to entertain the good people.
Yeah, if you just smile, it'd draw attention away from your prominent brow ridge.
So you're back to making fun of my appearance, Very original.
What's your story?
If you must know, I am the keeper of the power of Earth.
Sounds neat. Why don't you give us a demonstration?
I'm not going to unleash the tremendous power of the Earth God on just a whim.
Why not, though?
If we're going to help you with your volcano problem, the least you could do is shake things up a bit.
This isn't some game. I wasn't granted elemental powers just to amuse you.
No, but
Are we
like,
gonna
you
have
could
to
also
dig
do
this
that.
guy up to get the stick out of his butt?
He wasn't always like this. There was a time, centuries ago, when the ground would shake with his laughter.
Can we
There
give the
was a
spirit
time
of Christmas
when you
past a
didn't need
call?
a sandblaster to fit in your ceremonial dress.
Wow.
Uncalled for.
Wow, I definitely hate this guy now. Shake the earth with laughter in
What's
particular.
the problem, Mac? Stop being so uptight and give us a demonstration.
I'm not in the mood. Get lost.
There's a lot of that going around.
Hey, how many volcano gods does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Hackneyed and blasphemous.
Sheesh! Tough island.
How many of these do I got?
Here's a good one. A Frenchman, a German, and a Maori are in a hot dog eating contest.
Don't bother. He hasn't laughed in over 500 years.
They just don't write comedy like they used to.
Relax, pal. You're gonna turn to diamond if you don't unclench.
It's not my fault you two aren't funny.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Tough crowd indeed. Ooh, Lost and Found's always got something good for an adventure gamer.
Look at all this junk that's been sucked into the Bermuda Triangle.
Anything good?
Want to read the second half of the 20 Commandments?
Nah, I only support omnipotent deities when I'm the deity.
That sounds in character.
Let's see what else is in here. Hey, Jane Austen's lower jaw.
Don't get too excited. We're still 2 tibias shy of a complete set.
That's a remarkable amount of progress.
Leonardo da Vinci's sketches of a cold fusion reactor.
Stupid
A
joke.
fully playable beta of Sam and Max, Freelance Police. A cure for polo.
I think you mean polio.
Don't
What's
think
so
so.
bad about polio? Nothing but junk.
The SS
The only thing
Minnow.
that survived from the SS Minnow.
Did they ever find all those irritating castaways?
Nobody ever looked.
I mean, why would you, to be honest? Hey, check out the
It's
Fountain
the
of
Fountain
Youth.
of Youth.
Make a wish, Sam!
Why?
Wish there wasn't a deadly piranha swimming in it.
I
I
never
know,
wish
right?
that about anything.
Why do the deadly piranhas need snorkels, you think? Yep, that's definitely a Go
It's a
Gonzalo
gold
bro.
gong.
Mr. Generic Name says he likes how Max wanders around while you're looking at stuff. I feel like it demonstrates his personality, but have you seen what happens when I
Hey, Sam,
run
look!
into him?
Clues!
My wilderness tracking skills have gotten rusty, but something tells me this just might be the ancient entrance to the secret underground lair of the volcano god.
Where do you
That's the
think
same
you're
hunch I had
going?
before.
Oh, Sam, Sam, he's got a little gun. Isn't he the cutest thing? Can we keep him?
Yeah, you
Try
eat him
not to
pretty
get
hard.
implanted or shot, Max. We still don't know who this little tyke belongs to.
Jimmy Hoffa belongs to nobody.
You can't be Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa was a ruthless union organizer and head of the Teamsters in the 50s and 60s, known for his ties to organized crime and his mysterious disappearance.
Good recap, Sam. Also, Jimmy Hoffa wasn't a diaper-wearing baby.
I mean, at some point he probably was.
Look at the way his little thumb pulls back the hammer. He's adorable.
People always showing me disrespect. I should never have started drinking from that fountain of youth.
What fountain of youth are you talking about?
That
One with the
fountain
piranhas?
right there, Brainiac.
It is clearly
You expect
labeled.
us to believe the fountain of youth is on Easter Island?
I can't believe it. I can't believe how perfect he is.
Isn't it supposed to be in Florida?
You've been hitting the fountain water a little hard, haven't you?
I do partake on occasion, yes. That's my business.
He likes his fountain of youth water, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
A little bit, a little bit.
Why'd you drink yourself back to infancy?
Look, I ain't got no problem, so don't go saying that I do. It's just a little discretion is required. Drink too little, and you have to go through puberty again. Too much, and bada bing!
Wait, that reasoning doesn't make any sense. That implies that he, like, wanted to be, like, specifically, like, 8 years old. Why would that be true? I feel like I still need an answer for that to make sense. Because, like, if you just didn't drink till you hit puberty in reverse, then you still wouldn't deal with puberty.
Step aside, sport. We grown-ups have to take care of a great big mean old volcano god.
You and your companion will be wanting to take a step back.
Oh, look, he's trying to intimidate us. He's just perfect. Please, let's take him home.
Not now, Max.
Then when, Sam? My biological clock is ticking, and I'm not getting any younger.
Playtime is over, son. We've got important work to do.
I'm expanding my enterprises back here, and I'd hate for either of you to get hurt in the construction.
We'll take that risk. We're freelance police.
Freelancers? That's worse than scabs.
Not somehow the reaction I was expecting. Nico says, well, you'd need to be around 8 years old to be allowed into the local ball pool. Understandable age to be. I mean, I guess, but, like, the problem I have is, like, if the way he describes that is that, like, hitting puberty a second time is, like, a deal breaker. It's, like, the worst thing to do. So, like, wouldn't you just, like, not go... Wouldn't you just avoid that at all costs? Demolition asks, what age would you go back to if you could? That's such a complicated question, Demolition. I mean, I guess we'll assume for the sake of discussion that we're talking about a system that works like this, where you just, like, change to that age and don't travel through time. Probably, like, early 20s? I'd say probably, like, early 20s. I mean, like, time travel's a different thing, but that's kind of not what this scenario is talking about, right? This feels like an important question.
Is baby getting fussy? Is it his bedtime?
Stop it!
I wonder if his precious little skull is soft and malleable like a real baby's. How can we find out?
Is baby gassy? Does baby need to be burped?
Get out of here!
We'll give you a nice big rattle for that dumb old gun of yours.
You two are seriously trying my patience.
Sam, let's teach him the wrong words for things.
Nico says, this guy is the plot of Boss Baby and it bothers me. I have to be honest, I haven't seen Boss Baby. Does it literally involve, like, a grown person de-aging for the purpose of business? Is that really what that movie's about? Who made that movie and why? Is a question I would ask regardless, I guess. But I mean, like, is there... Devolution, do you think that there's, like, another... like, sincere answer to the, like, what age would you choose to set yourself at? Because, like, early 20s means that you're not, like, conscripted to be in school or something weird like that, but, like, you're young enough to have your whole youth. Like, what other age do you think is, like, a real viable option? That's basically the plot of Boss Baby. Man, that's somehow alarming, man. Guess others would say 10-ish? Really? I have no interest in being 10. I mean, again, if we're talking like erased rules where you like travel back to the childhood and are able to do things differently, that's one matter. But like to just like literally be like, you can like I've measured out this canister of Fountain of Youth water, and if you drink to the designated line, you become the appropriate age. I would not pick 10, to be honest. Or anything like remotely close. It's about babies not growing up by using magic milk to begin with. Then a baby who's famous is lactose intolerant and grows into an old man and solves it by going into a vat of magic milk and becoming a baby again anyway. Terrible film. I mean, I didn't really need to watch it to get a strong sense of terrible film.
You're going bye-bye
that hasn't
now.
stopped me
Bye-bye.
from watching many
Stay
terrible
gone
films.
if you know what's good for you.
Sam, look how his little eyes and the barrel of his gun follow us. I could squeal.
Yeah, I think that's fair, Mr. Generic Name. Like, if you're going back in time, I still think I think if I was going to, like, relive my own history, I think I would pick high school. I, like, genuinely think it would be traumatic to try and, like, live through middle school, and I don't think any of those decisions... I don't think I can make an appreciable difference to my life path until after middle school. That would be like a really deep, dark conversation to go into that's not fun stream discussion. So I'll leave that at that. But, like, yeah, I think I would pick, like, high school to do stuff differently.
It's a gold gong.
I mean, I'm not particularly excited about the idea of, like, being in high school, but, like, I feel like if I made different decisions before college, I could, like, potentially have a better life. I don't know. Probably shoot the gong to make a noise, right? Not like 1,000,000% sure.
I don't want to shoot my little buddy.
Put that back where it started, I guess, and then maybe I can reach my hand through and see something interesting happen.
Check this out, Max.
Oh, it's like literal Portal from the game Portal. So hold on. I mean, there's like a cartoonishly far away Portal. What do you think happens if I magically put my hand over there?
Check this out, Max.
Okay, clearly I don't know what the parameters of this reality are. Nico says, honestly, I think going back any year would just bring me more trauma. I honestly think that's a totally valid answer. Of like, I just wouldn't. That sounds bad. I mean, you know, I don't know how to put this without going in like a long diatribe. I mean, like, I feel like pretty good about like most of the decisions I've made in my life, but the thing that's kind of interesting about the way I've chosen to live my life is that, like, the main goal of my life to this point has been like self-improvement. It's taken a couple different forms, but I feel like that's been the main thing. Which means that I think I'm, like, almost an ideal type of person to, like, do, like, a relive and make different choices. Because, like, I have all the benefit of the character development. But then I could, like, use the time differently because I've already, as a person, acquired all the benefit of that. Now, you know, that presupposes that things work a certain way vis-a-vis time travel. So that gets complicated. Weird stuff going on here. I guess I should talk to Sybil and Abe, huh? Maybe ruin their picnic. Maybe give them a big rock sandwich. Not like 1,000% sure what that does, but it feels like it belongs
How's
here.
the vacation going?
Oh, the weather's perfect, and there's so much history and culture. The best part is that Abe and I finally get some time all to ourselves, with no distractions. Isn't that right, Abe? Abe?
What? Oh yeah, right. Culture.
Do you like that there is not wine, but a bottle labeled Fizz water with like an accent on it? And I believe it said under it in small text, better because it's European?
Have you met any of the locals?
Not yet. I wanted to explore more of the island, but Abe wanted to stay here.
The view's so much nicer here. Of the ocean, I mean.
He ran on a platform of family values.
Did you know that the native language has over 50 words for boredom?
I'm not bored, surrounded by such beauty.
Oh, Abe.
There's a subtle hint happening I can't quite parse.
Just between the four of us, those Moai statues are real jerks.
Now you just shut your mouth.
Abe, I agree, Sam. They're all so sullen and moody.
Right, 'cause you're never moody.
Yeah. Not a ton of subtlety with a lot of the things going on in this chapter. It says all the cicadas are emerging in 3-ish weeks at the earliest. I've never, to my knowledge, been a place that has a mass exodus of cicadas. That stuff sounds like nightmare fuel, and I'd rather not. Echo says that she feels the same way, focusing strongly on improving self and wish I could do a lot with the knowledge I have now, but going back means being trapped with old problems again, being reliant on awful family, waiting for brother to mature, waiting until I can meet friends again. Yeah, that's all pretty complicated. I mean, you know, much like I say that, like, I feel like I'm sort of well-positioned to time travel in this specific hypothetical way, like, again, I think it's entirely valid to just be like, yeah, like, all the work I've done in my life is to, like, get past those things. So, like, doing that again in any form sounds deeply unpleasant. Mr. Generic Name says, as a result of cicadas, he will literally struggle to get to work. Ugh. Blech.
I wish these Moai guys would stop being so depressing.
I've seen teenagers stuffed in lockers who were less emo than these guys.
You're just too shallow to understand them.
The volcano's going to erupt in a deadly rain of fiery magma. Aren't you worried?
Are you sure you're a dog? Because you sound like a big chicken.
Oh, be
That's
nice,
a feisty
Abe.
episode.
If it looks like the volcano's going to blow, we'll just hop back through the triangle.
That's funny. That's usually my solution to problems. I'm being very kind and supportive in chat of my journey for self-improvement. Also points out that this month I should finally pay off my car, which is good. And then also, as I understand it, will hurt my credit because America financially is a confusing and terrible wasteland of sadness. Mr. Generic David says, my brain 100% understands that the cicadas are harmless, yet I'm disgusted by them. That just feels natural. It grows. And yet I love the Pokemon ninjas. That's understandable. He turns into a ninja and a quasi-indestructible ghost at the same time. Like, how could you not want that? I'm a big fan of both of those, even though objectively they're both pretty bad Pokemon for their specific roles. So she remembers the cicada problem in Chicago. It's creepy, but not as bad as it sounds. Really? Everyone always describes it so horrifically. The Ocean says, the day you get the paper stating it's paid off, go out to whatever your favorite place is to eat and pay for a meal that costs that much. First off, that's way too much food because I'm a super cheap date. Secondly, don't you have to wait a month for that to make sense? Because you still have to make a payment the month that you get it paid off, right?
Want to help us stop the volcano?
Sam, please. We'll help you with your little adventures when we're not on vacation.
Have fun, kids.
Don't wait up.
I don't think I appreciated Sybil enough as a character the first time I played this game. I like that the voice actress, like, very subtly, like, intones, like, a ton of her lines with this, like, energy that, like, she's the mom who has to deal with your crap and didn't sign up for this. I mean, at some point I'm gonna have to go back to the street. Let me just make sure. So if I try to go through here at all, it's a problem, or only if I try to go to the cave? Okay, yeah, because I think... Yeah. There was a sign that implied that there was still more to check out.
Looks like we've stumbled into some primitive tiki bar, Max.
Woo! Spring break! Woo!
Pipe down, Chucklehead.
Spring break on Easter Island, that sounds about right.
Morphs Gone Wild video.
Howdy, boys. Haven't seen you around before.
Sam, they're all babies!
Stay calm, Max. They're more frightened of you than you are of them.
Not true. Babies.
Hi, fellas. What brings you to our little slice of paradise?
Sam and Max, freelance police, ma'am. And we're here to stop a volcano. You babies are in danger.
Shut up. We're not babies. God.
He's right. Pleased to meet you, boys. Don't be fooled by the diapers. We've been around the block a few times. My name's Amelia Earhart. You've already met Mr. Charles Lindbergh Jr.
Whatever.
And that other fella is one Mr. Dan Cooper.
Hey, how y'all doing? Call me DB, everybody does. Did y'all fly out here? Woohoo!
So, like, here's what I don't understand about this. It sort of makes sense to me that, like, one character might have an obsession with the Fountain of Youth to the point that they would be, like, addicted to drinking the water and accidentally make themselves into a baby. But, like, why would, like, multiple people, like, do that to themselves? But yeah, Demolition did sort of pick up on the theme that was implied, that all the weird babies here are people who famously disappeared.
What gives? You guys have been missing for decades.
That's the funny thing about this island. It's easy to lose track of time.
You don't call, you don't write. You've had conspiracy theorists and documentary filmmakers worried sick.
Whatever. You can't tell us what to do.
It says the Lindbergh baby just disappeared and it wasn't near the Bermuda Triangle at all. Well, yeah, but keep in mind that the Bermuda Triangle in this continuity was, like, literally just flying around chasing Sybil. So it could have split the difference, met halfway.
Why haven't you gone home?
And ruin a clean getaway? Heck no.
They don't understand me at home. My parents are so stupid.
And I made a drink order in 1973. I'm not leaving until I get some service.
You look younger than in your pictures.
It's that dang fountain. Once you start drinking from it, you can't stop.
We had to put the fountain off limits, or we would have drunk ourselves out of existence.
And that's why we filled it with piranhas.
I made my reputation being a woman unafraid to wear pants, and now I'm wearing rubber pants.
It must have been a big adjustment going back to wearing diapers.
Oh, not for me. When you're in my line of work, it helps to have some extra protection, if you know what I'm saying. Did I ever tell y'all about how I dodged them feds and jumped out of a jumbo?
Only like 1,000,000 times.
How'd you manage to all regress to exactly the same age?
It was a very carefully planned and executed drinking game.
You take a drink every time DB says the word parachute.
I mean, if you all just drank the same amount, well, I guess you would have to be the same age to start. Listen, this explanation is not satisfying to me because I still have no idea why you would do this to yourself, but sure, okay.
What do you guys do for fun around here?
We used to ride the bucking surfboard until we drank ourselves under the height limit.
Dang, that son of a bean.
Who's enforcing that?
Give me a few more years and I'll beat your record, Amelia.
What do you guys do for fun around here?
We used to ride the bucking surfboard and...
See you around, kids. Hey, Max, want to see how I won all those surfing trophies back in school?
No, I don't want to see you cry to the PE teacher and then beg me to club your competitors in the knees. Why?
Oh,
Ah,
you're
that
just
sounds like
jealous
fun.
of my more plausible center of gravity. Watch this.
Watch out for flying bottles.
Oh, wait! Hot damn!
doesn't respond super fast, which makes it tough
True surfers
to
don't lose,
avoid
pal.
the
We
bottles,
just
which
bide
I
our time and
assume
hop on the next
is
wave.
essential.
True surfers don't flail their arms and shriek like startled raccoons either. I'm pretty sure you lost.
They've all been gone for so long, it implies they keep drinking the water after they grow again. I agree, I feel like that's pretty strongly implied. However, it does nothing to answer my question of, like, why you would drink back to being a baby. Like, again, this is the problem that I have, is, like, maybe you, like, accidentally drink yourself to being a teenager, or, like, drink to puberty if you, like, really overdo it. But, like, why would you choose to be a baby again, or, like, repeatedly choose to be a baby? Like, why would you just, like, choose to spend most of your time as a baby, even, like, a weird cartoon baby that's somewhat self-sufficient? It's just, like, weird.
Prepare to have your socks knocked off, little pal.
I don't wear socks, Sam.
Just humor me. I feel better pretending that you're not naked.
Ride it.
No way.
Hang 6, Moon Doggy.
Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it
The
now.
sun was in my eyes.
I think the bottle only ever goes to one location, so you just have to avoid keeping your head in that spot.
I'm gonna take another
Which is
crack at that
definitely different
surfboard.
than I would assume looking at the control scheme initially.
Watch out for flying
You
bottles.
can still definitely get juked by this, though.
Radical.
Woo! Wait, ride that sucker!
Yeah, my interpretation appears correct. It's not what I would assume looking at it, but
dang.
makes enough sense.
Well, that was entirely pointless.
Okay, so I need something to happen first. I honestly haven't gotten, like, a lot of, like, prompts of things I need to do. I'm sorry, who's this one?
Hiya, boys. You're new here, right?
Sam and Max, freelance volcano stoppers.
Well, gosh, I'm glad to meet you. I'm Glenn Miller. Well, maybe you boys can help me out.
Echo says, I see you haven't played Yakuza games, where there are whole clubs of men who wear nappies and drink bottled milk in a playroom. That's like a separate thing? Like, that's like a distorted, like, power fantasy thing for the most part, I think. It's like wanting to not deal with responsibility and or like have someone like take care of you to like an extreme sort of degree. Like, I don't know that people would actually be like, I want to be like a self-pooping invalid. Okay, Catane seems to know Glenn Miller. That one's beyond my lack of historical knowledge of things.
You're a missing person?
We thought you were dead.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I was here 20 years before I believed I wasn't really dead.
Hated to break it to you, Glenn, but all that harp playing was getting annoying.
How'd you end up here?
I was on a mission for the Air Force, and I flew here.
You mean your plane was sucked through a portal into an alternate dimension and deposited here?
No, just got kind of lost and crashed on Easter Island. You
Seems
ever
vaguely like
get
Wonder
a
Woman 2.
song stuck
Sorry,
in your
Wonder
head
Woman
and can't get it out?
1984.
It's downright distracting.
Big band leader. That makes sense. There's the strong implications of that time period being appropriate, yeah.
Why didn't you ever go back home?
I can't go back now without a big comeback hit. It'd be anticlimactic.
What do you need help with?
Well, I'm trying to find just that perfect sound for my next big hit.
Oh, is that
Ooh, I know a dance in 1955 that'll give you an idea for the next big sound.
Well, gee, thanks, but I don't want to just put out a repeat of my early stuff. It's got to be new and fresh.
That's a stupid
but
joke.
I'm stuck on two things. I need a catchy melody, and I need a good train sound.
Why would that... It's way too specific. Why would you need a good train sound?
You need a melody and a train whistle for your song?
Oh, you bet. I'm pulling out all the stops. This song's gonna be about all the things the kids are into these days.
I have
Trains
some news that may not all be
and
good.
cops, swing dancing, methamphetamines.
Only like 2 of those were popular at the time this game was made.
60 years and haven't been able to.
Give me a break, guys. I'm teething. Baby Lindbergh baby tells me that electronic music is popular now. Maybe I should try that.
How would the Lindbergh baby know that?
What's Benny Goodman like in person?
Well, Benny could do things with a clarinet that nobody else could. Well, thank
Did he get his start at band camp?
One night after a show in New York, well, I'll just tell you, it was the damnedest thing I ever saw, and leave it at that. Well, there's a lady present.
Was Count Basie really a vampire?
A golem, actually, but we never held that against him.
Those were simpler times.
Keep on rocking, Glenn.
Alright, I guess I'll go get a
Word.
train whistle.
The diaper rash. Ingredients: bourbon, guava juice, mint, and talcum powder.
I don't think you should drink that.
The Paci-Fire.
Ooh, I
Ingredients:
probably need that one.
kerosene, pepper spray, dihydrocapsaicin, and wasabi.
Because I need to pacify the volcano, you see, so I probably need the pacifier drink, probably. Give me this. What's the third one? It's water. Fair enough. I need to actually have tiki glass out. Playing on console's a little bit awkward, not gonna lie about that. What's water's ingredients?
Water.
Fair question.
Ingredients: artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, and water.
Yeah, I mean, it does look unnaturally blue, I'll give you that. Oh wait, do I need this?
If I had a hammer.
Oh, you can take that mallet if you want. I was going to use it for percussion, but I decided to go in a different direction. Yeah.
Any direction that doesn't involve hitting things with hammers is no direction I want to go. Thank you and good day, sir.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I just need to give this drink to Jimmy Hoffa. It was implied I needed him to go to bed so I could sneak into the cave. It's becoming apparent to me why I feel like I remember so particularly little about this chapter. Some of its comedic themes don't resonate super strongly with me in particular.
Want a drink, Mr. Hoffa?
Jimmy Hoffa cannot accept a drink from non-union waitstaff.
Do you want it in your sippy cup?
I want it served by a dues-paying member of the Waitresses Union.
How do we get into the Waitresses Union?
Fortunately for you, I am the union leader and also dues
Do we need to give him like $500 quadrillion?
I know a setup when I see one. I suppose you want a favor to let us in the union.
Prove you can keep from spilling on the paying customers. Take a tray of drinks and ride the bucking surfboard without dropping anything.
This exit is clunky. So I have to like use tray with wipeout.
Max, check this out.
Watch out for flying bottles.
Oh, I see.
Hot damn!
Ah. It's tougher because if you lean too far in one direction now, you can drop the one bottle on the tray. So you have to like... You have to try and like balance when you're leaning forward and not. It's a lot harder than just avoiding the center.
Woo-wee! Ride that sucker!
Oh, I thought I already passed. That was just simply on me.
Oops.
It's the sliding is a lot less forgiving than I keep expecting it to be, so I'm really bad at this. Is the crux of the thing to keep in mind. Like, it just slides very, very rapidly. And every time I want to correct is exactly what it throws the bottle. I don't know if it, like, reads something about the positioning of the tray on my head to, like, decide when the timing is.
Radical.
Oh my god, please. Like, I have no control over it not tipping back at all. Like, there's...
The sun was in
if it only stays forward, there's literally no way I can beat that. Like, I think that's just like an RNG fail.
Hang 6, Moon Doggy.
It's very annoying. I find this very annoying. Because let me try this out. I'm pretty sure I don't have any control over where the surfboard goes, do I?
Watch out for flying bottles.
No, I really don't. I only have control over my positioning.
Hot dang! You wrote that thing like Marion.
For some reason, that was a much shorter window than the other ones.
Not unless one of the babies lets you borrow his diaper. You're too easily startled.
Well, I don't know if the game suddenly decided that it just wanted me to stop doing that, but I accept. Because I also don't want to be doing that anymore. That transition felt abrupt. I mean, give the tray back? How do you want to interpret this game?
How about that, Hoffa? Didn't drop a single bottle.
Impressive, I must admit. All right, you're in.
Luckily, he's got really short-term memory as a baby and forgot the first 5 attempts.
Give me a drink.
Don't know why I still have this tray, but whatever.
Thank you.
Our little man's going to need changing.
Try it and I'll shoot off both your paws.
Well, I'll go get the other drink, I guess, since there's no immediate response as though that was a solution to the puzzle. But it felt like they implied that I wanted him to go to bed. I feel like the pacifier was implied to accomplish that. But I guess I will instead give diaper rash, because now that's sort of the cue that was given. Or maybe if I just give him enough beverages, eventually he'll have to go to the restroom and leave the place unguarded. Unlikely, considering he is currently wearing a diaper. Drink second one.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll give you water as well, and just not maybe understand the puzzle at all. Or maybe the pacifier drink really is for the volcano god, and I'm supposed to get something from Vasco's maybe? But this is closer and easier to try, just doing all of these. So I'll commit to this for now. Deal with that when this doesn't work. How about giving them to Sam and Max? Well, I'm definitely going to try and solve this puzzle first. Because repeatedly trying anything with the controller interface takes a lot of time. So I would definitely like to have a sense of progress after really not accomplishing anything for a really long time. Because there's just like a lot of talking to weird babies in this game.
Thank you.
I really hate it here. Okay, let me go to Bosco's and see if I can make him drink ketchup or something. Or... no, I don't think the portal by the Fountain of Youth is positioned in a way that makes sense for me to... I mean, maybe I could just fish some water out of there and turn him into, like, an embryo or something horrifying. That seems a little beyond the pale. Oh, you know what? I could probably talk to C.O.P.S now. Maybe somehow that helps. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, history's most lost babies. No, I guess we don't have anything that's really still a beverage dispenser here, huh? Unless...
Hey Max, remember Banang, the painfully strong banana-flavored drink mix?
Sure, it's been off the market for 10 years and I still can't get it out of my mind. Or my kidneys.
Get your paws off that. It's all for my secret bunker.
Shh, secret bunker. I can't tell if that's meant to just be a joke or if it's meant in some way to be a solution to this puzzle. Okay, let's talk to cops. Then, if that doesn't shed any light on anything, I can still talk to Jimmy Two Teeth, but I feel like Stinky is probably a better bet. No traceable arsenic. Oh, that's a good banner, because I didn't realize we had reached that point.
Howdy, cops. Anything new in the auto body business?
Do you want to have ladies love you and men want to be you?
Naturally.
Make that dream a reality with our brand new car horn.
With a captivating melody composed by our resident
I see. I understand the purpose of this.
OMFT, I want one!
All right, enough with the sales pitch. How much?
It is not for sale. Denied!
I have to complete a driving game?
The Synthotronic Audio Enhancer is available exclusively to beta testers of our new augmented reality game.
Not sure why they committed so hard to the driving minigame bit, but why not?
Tell us about this new game you're working on.
That is correct. It will revolutionize the entire industry.
A music-based video game.
Boom! We are sorry. Did we just blow your mind?
Sounds fun. I don't like to brag, but my prowess at Banjo Legend Extreme is pretty renowned throughout the tri-state area.
And I've been banned from 27 local arcades for playing Forbidden Dance Insurrection in ways the designers never intended.
Does not compute. You are saying that music video games already exist?
Yes, will you save me the trouble of another video game and give it to me?
How do we play this game of yours?
In a world where folk music instruments litter the mean streets, your mission is clear. Destroy all the bagpipes!
Bagpipe Obliteration Ultimate!
Don't we have to destroy the bagpipes at the right time, earning more points the closer we get to being in rhythm with the soundtrack?
That's way too complicated!
That's way too complicated.
Calculating that would require processing power far beyond error, not a number.
Error,
Just
not a
destroy all
number.
the bagpipes to win our exclusive new car horn.
We hate bagpipes! Would
Got
you
it.
like to play our game?
The only winning move is to beat the game
Let's do
so
it.
that I can have that car horn. For Glenn Miller or whatever.
Hello, and welcome to the Pimplicar Music Challenge.
Right,
Your
Pimple
goal
Car.
is to drive over the bagpipes, and only the bagpipes.
Oh, are there things that aren't bagpipes? That was not really mentioned earlier.
Go!
Well, this is very stupid in an endearing way. It's pretty hard to avoid those accordions. At least while still hitting the bagpipes.
Congratulations, you are a winner!
Sure, there's a harder mode of that I'm not going to opt into because of how incredibly long it's taking us to get anything accomplished. Indeed, I have been working on the railroad.
Congratulations, you've won the exclusive Pimplicar Audio Enhancement Accessory!
Make it go.
Friends!
Amaze your
Be
friends.
sure to come back soon and play again.
I won't be doing that.
Sam!
Don't worry, Max. I'll put it back before we go cruising again. It's the gimmicky electronic musical car horn we got from the cops.
Don't really know what Jimmy
Miss
Two Teeth
me
Steel is this time
already,
around.
Chumps? Well, I ain't coming back no matter how much you beg.
The place just isn't the same without your persistent funk and wheezy snoring.
Yeah, well, I'm done with that rat hole. This new place is extra classy. We're gonna do it up nice.
You got ladies in blackjack in there? Well, if he's not coming home, maybe I can just...
Better not.
Okay, better not. Yeah, what would you rate that game as made by C.O.P.S?
Hiya, Stinky.
What? Oh.
Do you have any sort of death potion or something?
Hiya, Stinky. Have you ever been to Easter Island?
Oh, sure. I lived there for a few years when I was growing up.
What
My
are
au
you?
pair was surfing legend Miki Dora. Taught me everything I know.
What can you tell us about Easter Island?
It's kind of boring, actually. There used to be a tiki bar near the fountain that was pretty good. Terrible service, though.
What else can you tell us about Easter Island?
Don't drink the water.
Bye, Stinky.
There are actually puzzles in this game?
How goes the stakeout?
Getting interesting, fellas. Bosco may be on the move.
Yeah?
He's acting awful suspicious.
Oh, that's just Vasco.
She's like, why did you call me Stinky? I guess it's relatively subtle considering. So in the first season of Sam & Max, you could see Stinky's diner, but you couldn't go into it. And then, starting with Ice Station Santa, you can go in there and talk to her, and you're like, wait, the Stinky that these characters canonically remember was like a grumpy old man. And she's like, I'm Stinky too, don't worry about it. And they kind of have reason to suspect that she, like, killed him and stole his restaurant for reasons that are very unclear. Man, I have, like, accomplished nothing. It is like 7:30 and I'm getting anxious. I guess the hitbox I want is just this. Okay, so that's not it either. Unless I shoot all the fish to death. There's gotta be some interesting stuff to do with these gong portals, and I sure definitely don't know what that is. Alright, let me talk to him again. What specifically do you want? Just tell me that.
Why'd you drink yourself back to infancy?
Look, I ain't got no problem, so don't go saying that I do. It's just a little discreet. Drink too little.
Seriously, champ.
Beat it.
Bye-bye now.
Just to say I've tried.
Try it, Pooch. You feeling lucky?
Not particularly.
Can I talk to Lincoln or just Sybil?
So long, you
Same
two.
conversation. Do one of you just want a granite sandwich? I don't know what this is for, but I don't have a lot going on right now.
Want a delicious sandwich?
I can't. I'm going swimming later.
Do you think Bummer McEarth would like a rock sandwich?
You know what would cheer you up? A granite sandwich.
A granite sandwich? That's the best you can do? Apparently your taste in cuisine is as refined as your sense of humor.
I don't know about you, Sam, but I'm ready to chisel this guy a new one.
Want a delicious sandwich?
No, thank you. I'm watching my figure.
Cute rude comment?
You're not the only one.
Ah, the other way. I'm not entirely sure why I would need a mallet since I am able to use my gun to move these.
Nah.
Well, I guess I'll go turn in my car horn and then be frustrated, but I'll do it in the correct order.
Hey, Glenn, listen to this action.
That's fantastic. Who wrote it? Bring him with you so I can work with him full time.
Public domain or something. I don't know.
No outlets.
Well, in any case, that's the perfect melody for my new hit. Well, now just find me a good train sound and we're all set.
I don't feel like I'm gonna find the train sound on this island. Also, what do I expect to get from Glenn Miller when I solve this musical dilemma? Try the sandwich like on Baby Hoffa? Suppose we might as well. Seems unlikely.
Jimmy Hoffa don't eat nothing unless it's made by a union cook.
What if we pick off the non-union parts?
Nothing doing.
There's not a train whistle in Lost and Found, is there? Mallet on steel pan. I mean, I can hit stuff over there, I guess. I haven't tried. Put the sandwich away. No, wait. If I had the sandwich out before, it didn't actually check Lost and Found. Which I do still want to do. It's surprisingly tedious to get back here. Can I play the fire?
Not happening.
Play... Is there not a hitbox for those coconuts? That's disappointing. I don't think I'm making any progress here. Don't run away from me. Don't run. Don't. I need this. I don't have anything going on. Play Max. I don't think I should do that in public. We've been in trouble before. Thought you yeeted the baby. Feels like something I should be able to do to solve this current dilemma.
Nothing but junk.
Alright, I'm going back to home road until I think of something. Because looking at this island is starting to make me angry. Like, there just, like, aren't that many things I feel like I can make any progress towards, and it's definitely starting to build my frustration level. So I have the melody, I need train horn. I need some way to deal with Baby Jimmy Hoffa, and the obvious solutions are not doing it. I'm genuinely surprised by that. The answer is to pour water into the teapot. That, I mean... It's certainly a stretch, but that might be it. Can I make a call?
Hello, world. Uh-huh. He did? Uh-huh. That's so mean. But true. Well, gotta go, world. Call me later.
You'd think we could afford, like, a maid service or something with the president's salary. I feel like the suggestion of water and teapot, but alcohol to make the fire hotter. I feel like that might be too esoteric for these games. Why do I still have the waitress's tray? I feel like there's some hint for something.
Stinky's trademark granite sandwich. It's an empty glass. Equally suitable for concussions and
Oh, hey Sarah, welcome to the stream. No need to apologize, as I feel like we've made about 30 minutes of progress in an hour and a half, and I'm starting to get unhappy about it. How is your life and time? I'm getting the sneaking suspicion that we're going to get to the end of this and have solved like 4 puzzles, and it's just like a weird episode. I don't know, this teapot idea is a maybe. Not totally sold.
The fire's not intense enough to boil the water.
Well, I think maybe Neko got it. It didn't feel to me like that was the thing we were trying to do. So we probably want... Actually, hold on. We probably want to read the ingredients is the thing we want to do. I bet, like...
The Paci-Fire.
Kerosene and Paci-Fire. Okay, yeah, that'll probably do it. I'm gonna say that's probably enough. Well, it may not be too esoteric for this game, but it's too esoteric for me. I have historically struggled with alcohol-based puzzles in these games because I don't...
It's just an accurate simulacrum of a train whistle we constructed out of everyday household items.
It's also not like a particularly good train sound, but
just
we'll go
the
for
sound
it.
I need for my big hit. Let's
Don't
get
say simulacrum.
started making musical history, boys.
Okay, but like, what do I gain from this?
There's a demo on that conch shell. This is going to be huge.
Are we going to get a producer credit?
Talk to my agent.
It's a confusing prize. Really not sure jeez. Who even in the world could possibly care about a conch shell that has... I've been working on the railroad somehow confusingly stored in it. Is it baby Jimmy Hoffa?
Hey, want to hear a great new...
Get that garbage out of my face. I only like Miller's early stuff.
God, I hate this character so much. This character is just like the embodiment of like improv blocking.
Nuh-uh.
Did one of these sad heads like music? I feel like they didn't explicitly like music.
Take a listen to this.
Oh, is it another of Glenn Miller's recordings? I've probably already heard it.
It's the hot new sound that's sweeping the nation. Crank it up, Sam.
This isn't bad. It's got a good beat. I could do without the train sound, but the rest, it's downright toe-tapping.
Okay. I can work with this.
Whistling sound.
I don't know what I need it for, but I can work with this.
Listening to me?
So presumably now, like a breeze is coming through yellow portal?
Check this out, Max.
Doesn't exactly look like that's true, but that should be true, right? Now, is there yellow portal that like matters at all for? I gotta say, this feels more tedious than most of these Telltale installments. It's definitely exemplified by trying to play it on controller.
Have another listen to this
Maybe
new
we can
hit.
portal the fountain, but like it will just kind of blow past the fountain. It's not like gonna do. Cause like when you do the fountain portal, it goes here, and it's like it would just like it doesn't seem like it. It feels like this should definitely do something, and it's just not clear to me at all what. If I play the same song for the others, do they also do reactions with their powers or whatever?
Want to hear something funny? Glenn Miller recorded a new song.
That seems more sad than funny.
I don't even know what your deal is, Buried Head.
Want to listen to a new Glenn Miller song?
Yeah, I love Glenn Miller.
This guy was
Sorry,
Glenn Miller.
Didn't catch that.
This game is making me tired. I mean, I even had the portal next to the Fountain of Youth open, and it didn't, like, lightning through the portal. Oh. This is a multi-stage problem. I understand. His seems shorter. Hers has a duration to it. So I get her to whistle, and then I cloud, and then the cloud will move and kill the piranha, correct?
Want to listen to a new Glenn Miller song?
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't...
Oh, that's so tedious. My ridiculously circuitous
Anybody
plot
have a
is
malt
almost
vinegar?
3/4 completed. Okay, so now I can finally fill this glass with Fountain of Youth water. This is too many steps to go in the one cave. Hey, Letters, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I can't even begin to describe to you what's going on. We're on Easter Island and the Fountain of Youth here, and it's just very... It's a lot.
Thank you. This tastes familiar. I can't place exactly where... Oh, wait. I remember.
Sorry, Max.
That's
I know
like
you were
not
getting attached to the little guy,
how
but it's
stuff
for the good of
works.
the island.
Attached to who? Oh, right. Did he leave his gun?
I mean, a more accurate version of that would be more concerning, but I don't think I like that as a solution to that puzzle regardless. Wow, it worked? Yeah, right? It's always a great sensation when you complete the puzzle and you're like, oh, that, like, actually worked? And that's, like, 2 in a row, because I didn't think that train thing was going to work either.
Interlopers! You dare violate our most sacred sanctuary!
You're all in danger. The volcano's going to erupt.
I don't like how their tentacles move.
You
No one
threaten
does.
defeat! You must answer to our leader, the High Priest!
Oh no, it's Mr. Spatula. You can tell because of the angry eyebrows.
Mighty Kamehameha doing donuts in a splintered paddle boat. Look, Max, it's the spectral form of Mr. Spatula.
That's just our dead goldfish.
Blasphemy! You anger, High Priest! Oh, mighty one, what be the punishment?
Gloop gloop.
High Priest has spoken. You to be executed.
This is a
Now, hang
far
on.
nobler thing.
What you have say for self?
I guess considering he was a baby, couldn't you have skipped the puzzle and yeeted him? Yeah, I really feel like that's true. I feel like we sort of talked about that when I was kind of mad at the game. But like, I mean, he had his own gun, sure, but I don't know. It just felt like that was a lot of work for like nothing. Well, they revere him, so I probably shouldn't just say he's evil. Be reasonable seahorse monkeys.
Think about what you're doing. You seem like a fairly reasonable group of, what are you anyway?
Oh, there's a portal
We are
down
the
here.
Underfoot, protectors of the sacred home of Ranakao, the volcano god.
The air breathers call us ocean chimps. We no like that name.
Do you prefer sea monkeys?
You can't execute us. We're the freelance police.
Killing us would bring down the wrath of legions of fans and licensors.
Not to mention the ASPCA.
We no like killing. Speak for self. But we must act on will of High Priest. He our only conduit to mighty feat.
This is a really subtextually kinky installment of Saving Max to a degree I am not comfortable with.
Your high priest is a false prophet.
That very serious claim to make could make us lose tax-exempt status. How you back it up?
With a fillet knife and some sushi rice.
Kill them!
That didn't go great.
We know that imposter is lying because Max is the true high priest.
He does have feet. Maybe Shula's dog speaks the truth.
Look, we ancient civilization that worship giant feet who speak to us through ghostfish, High Priest. We're not gullible.
I understand
if
that.
One with mouth truly is High Priest, he prove it by fulfilling the ancient prophecies.
That sounds like stuff we
Bet
do.
there are 3 of them.
He knows our ancient traditions.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
he
tracks.
really is the
It's usually
chosen
3 of
one.
them.
Ancients say that an outsider will be anointed by the feet.
Anointy,
The
anointy.
feet will recognize him.
And he will perform great miracle to feed his people.
I'm not sure I want to eat whatever the feet produce.
Delicious treat. And the island itself will show us the
Okay,
face
so that's Benang.
of the true High Priest.
He appears before us in the living rock.
I see. Okay. I broadly understand what's happening. This first one is most baffling to me.
Explain this whole anointed by the feet business.
The great feet speak to us through the High Priest.
Uh-huh.
The outsiders stand under the great feet. They move to show they accept him.
Okay, so the most visible feet probably belong to the guy who's buried in the ground, right? And he likes Glenn Miller. And it's a toe-tapping, train dancing tune. So if we play that, maybe the feet will dance. Where's Quentin Tarantino when I absolutely don't need him? Jakey suggests it seems potentially racist too. Yeah, I mean, it's not, definitely not racist. I mean, the true face, there's like clearly a clam that mostly looks like Max, and I just gotta like finish it. Feed the people, I gotta put some Benang in that weird
All that
sea
is Max
mushroom.
in a nutshell.
We believe it when we see it. We're fair people. We give you until sundown. You prove White One is High Priest, and we no kill you.
That's pretty reasonable.
So let me get this straight. You worship feet?
Yes, the great feet that hang over us always.
I don't like it
Ways
here.
of the world are written in the toes.
The first toe go into the world to bring food to
Oh
his
my god.
people.
That's a
while
really
the
stupid joke.
second watch over his people always.
One go to market, one stay home.
Thank you
The
for
third teach us
filling
to
in the people
appreciate
who are not
bounty of
following
nature,
that.
while the fourth teach us purity of the fast.
One have roast beef, one have none.
And when the end times come, the fifth toe return to deliver his people home to paradise.
Wee, wee, wee.
All the way home.
Who wrote this episode in particular? So, like, Ice Station Santa, I was like, yeah, I'm on board for all of this. This is, like, so weirdly directly up my alley. I'm here for it all day. Moai Better Blues, I'm like, could we, like, not do most of this? Worship me, I've got feet. Cue the quote from Meet the Parents. I got nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Well, I don't like to brag, but, you know, I've got feet.
We know. That's the only reason we not kill you yet.
Maybe Shula's dog is the chosen one.
No, he walks among them, but he is not one of them. His foot is incomplete.
Oh my God, Sam, they're right. You've only got 3 toes. That's disgusting. I can't believe I never noticed that before.
How come you guys never looked as good in real life as you do in the ads?
Our young, very delicate, require perfect conditions to grow.
Yeah, we only reach full size when raised by children whose parents truly love them. Wait, before you talk, we have question. How you air breathers survive down here?
I had the forethought to use bubble wrap and crazy straws to fashion my tie into a stylish and nearly imperceptible aqualung.
And I'm amphibious. Sure, it got me teased a lot in school, but as it turns out, it's pretty useful.
That's so stupid. Those are like the Sam Max things I really appreciate, when it's just like, it's like full cartoon and it like just barely acknowledges the fact that it's stupid. But it does so in its trademark, like, needlessly convoluted, wordy fashion.
We want to get Max anointed up.
Okay, we humor you. Oh, mighty feet, give us a sign. Do you recognize this white stranger as your servant?
Okay, so I'm gonna need this probably.
Nothing.
Give it a minute. The feet just don't recognize me without the mustache.
You waste our time. Feet say you not high priest.
No, they not say I'm high priest. It different.
We must wait for sundown.
Okay, it didn't actually seem to take my command at all. Oh. There's a rabbit ear. Okay, that sort of answers a question that I had. So, like, is this not doing anything? Or did it just not like it in the middle of that cutscene? Hold on.
Our guns don't work underwater.
Reason
They need more power.
976 to get me that harpoon gun.
Okay. So, how do I get that stalactite? I play music at it?
Nothing doing.
So there's 2 portals here, right? There's a gray one here.
It's that sea snail's disgusting red residue.
Wait.
It's that sea snail's disgusting red residue.
Oh my god, look at this stupid face on this snail. It's only there for a second, so I have to prompt you to look at it, because I know, like, at least half of you aren't.
It's that sea snail's disgusting red residue.
It's kind of hard to tell, but he's got just like a little, like, crayon smiley face drawn on
It's
him.
that sea snail's disgusting red residue.
Do I want gross snail goo? And for what end?
No siree.
It's a pretty good snail, right? Don't know why he's here, or why he's created that trail, or what either of these... I don't know what, like, most of these gong portals are doing.
Looks like some kind of master control lever.
That magic push to talk phone let you talk to Volcano God. Only High Priest get to use it.
Anything else? Yeah, I kind of don't love that it kicks you straight into that cutscene when there's, like, stuff I would like to have context for before all that crap
Crates full of
happens.
video games about crates. The plane's radio still seems to be working.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody out there? I know you're out there.
We are observing your Earth.
What?
We have come at last. Prepare to meet your doom.
I knew it! Oh, I'm ready for you suckers. You just try and find me.
We heard that, Vasco. We are not amused.
Can't talk. Gotta go.
Alright, so I'm hoping that he's vacated his store, or at least gone to hide in his own bathroom so that I can take his Benang and solve one of these issues. What's this travel guide? Oh, look, a Lost reference. That's good. Gotta respond to Colonel. That's true, we should do that.
Is it piloting for imbeciles?
Nope. The Desperately Lonely Traveler's Guide to Easter Island. For the most relaxing trip on Easter Island, bring plenty of basalt. It's a mind-altering substance for the Moai that helps them tune in, turn on, and drop out.
Does that mean I'm supposed to give that to someone lonely who wants to travel? Or is it just meant to be a clue that I give basalt to the heads to do something?
Just respond if you can hear me.
I didn't really realize exactly how this interface worked before, so we'll go through these.
Attention, Charlie, India, Oscar, 10172006. You're listening to Get the Let Out Weekend on 107.7 KSAM.
KSAM, Easter Island.
Tora, Tora, Tora!
Ah, cripes, not again. Margie, have you seen my flight jacket?
Over and out.
I don't know that there's really much to respond to the musical cue.
And we're back for Max and S-Dog in the morning.
Let's skip the small talk, Sam, and get straight to the pranks and racial slurs.
Over and out. Attention, Charlie, India, Oscar, 10172006. You're listening to Get the Let Out Weekend on 107.7 KSAM.
KSAM, Easter Island.
We are observing your Earth, and we'd like to make a contact with you, baby. Over and out.
I don't think the Colonel is amused. I think I've served my function here. Let's just quickly observe this Lost reference.
Really are off course, vanished, set adrift, and disoriented.
Very subtle.
But what does it all mean, Sam?
I don't feel like waiting around for years to find out.
It's probably not worth it. Bowling ball?
Hey, it's our missing bowling ball, Lou. I'd assumed he'd gone on strike.
Comments like that are yet another reason you need to get me that harpoon gun.
Where is the harpoon gun? Maybe I can get it and it will solve one of my problems.
I was hungry.
Lol. Oh, Arcadius, welcome to the stream. As I stated earlier, I don't really know how to catch you up. This is a real mess. I suddenly have like a lot of items and I still don't feel like I can... Okay, listen. Let's just go and get that Benang and... I don't know, question marks profit. Question marks profit spelled with a PH.
Oh, Abe, isn't it beautiful with that gentle breeze and that melody in the air? Abe? Ever since those heads started talking, you haven't heard one word I've said.
Right. What? Oh,
You seemed fine with the melody a minute ago. What's wrong with the talking heads?
So anyway, for our next vacation...
Hey, Wendy. Sybil, have you ever thought about getting some surgery done?
What?
I was thinking, if you had your nose stretched out some, maybe squared off the head a little, you'd look fantastic. Not that you
What
don't
if you
look
were
nice
like
now, of
45 feet tall?
That is it! You've done nothing but stare at her this entire time.
Come on, I'm a man. I'm not made of stone. Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean, all right.
You're just in a mood.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, don't say stuff like that.
I remember what you said here, and I will never forget what you did here. I just can't believe you'd insult me like this. And on my birthday.
Did somebody say birthday?
Ole!
Anyway. Sybil will remember that.
Wow.
And
Failure to read the
I
room
forget to
100.
bring
It's
my
weird that
video
that's
camera.
like a skill you can train, a la Skyrim. Well, great. Now that she's a lonely traveler, I can give her that stupid magazine, maybe, question mark. I can see why that had to wait until I went underground. Where did the mariachi come from? How do you mean? Did something happen that didn't seem entirely logical? Sir, is music in the shell? Yes, we do have...
it's a recording of the latest toe-tapping Glenn Miller tune in a decorative shell.
There you go. We have that. I mean, she ran in this direction, didn't she? Didn't she? Where did she go? Did she just go back? There's so much weird crap. Oh, the mariachi guy who plays a little tune when someone says birthday? Does that not happen for you all? Is that not like a typical experience? Hold on, for real? I feel like... My brain is not processing whatever it wants me to have happen. Never even seen a real mariachi guy. Not even like when people just say the word birthday? You don't see that? For real? This is really throwing me off. Where do we think Sybil is? At Stinky's? I don't know what happened. Well, see, that makes sense to me, Arcadius. I mean, in order for, like, average people to see someone play mariachi music when someone says the word birthday, there has to be some force in the universe that compels people to play mariachi music when other people say birthday. And I, for one, salute your service. Wait, Flint Paper left. Oh, this is so confusing.
Stinky's has a no smoking unless you're Flint policy.
Sounds a lot like their policy on homicides.
Oh, I see. Flint left because we made Bosco leave, so he followed Bosco to wherever Bosco's bunker is, which I don't know if that's like a further complication. Maybe he took all of the Benang, in which case we need to like talk to Flint Paper to figure out where the bunker is. Well, frankly, as Katian surmised earlier, it seems likely that it's in or immediately adjacent to Bosco's inconvenience. No, there's some Benang. Give to me.
Think Bosco would mind if we helped ourselves to some Benang?
Absolutely, that's why we had to get rid of it.
Good question. 1 can or 2?
1 should be plenty.
It will definitely solve the one thing that I know what to do at this precise moment. Neko says, once I went to a Japanese restaurant for my birthday, and the fact that my birthday was mentioned, so the staff came out to sing happy birthday, and they awkwardly got stuck because they didn't know your name, and they just held on to while trying to think of what to say next. Wow. That's special. The first time I went to Vegas with my parents, we went to a restaurant on my birthday, and we did not mention to the server that it was my birthday, and they still brought a birthday dessert and didn't sing happy birthday. And I'm like, well, that's a real freebie. I don't understand what happened here, but I'll take it. Alright, one step at a time. Wait, can I do anything with the car at this point, since I take the portal to get to Easter Island?
Where are we going, Sam?
I don't think driving around does anything right now, does it? I don't think so. Okay, so I guess while I'm here, I'll go upstairs and see if I can talk to Flint Paper through the hole in our office. But I don't actually think that's gonna matter since we got the Benang I desired. It was your birthday last year. I'm sorry? Did you... I don't think your story specifically mentioned. Did you get a dessert out of that traumatic social experience? Whoa. Wait. Why is there like a little mouse Sam and Max in the wall? Were they there the whole time? I don't remember seeing them. Look at that. A little white mouse Max and a little hat-wearing Sam mouse?
Flint's office feels empty without him.
Me too. I really love that guy.
Gave him a birthday cake thing they wrote happy birthday on. That's almost equivalent exchange. That's how Full Metal Alchemist works, right?
I'm calling to report an explosion.
Have a picture of that?
Where? We haven't decided yet. We'll keep you posted.
How did you take a picture of that? I feel like I should remember that. And by that I mean the Outback Steakhouse birthday incident. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna banang up that water and try and figure out what to do with these gong portals, because they seem pretty important to resolving the stalactite problem. And then I gotta do something... Whoa. Wait. Is it a different set of portals up here and down there? No, I guess I just didn't call the gray one down. I thought I did. I appreciate the signage here because it feels very like Sam and Max Hit the Road. Like very like Americana tourist trap nonsense. Let me take a look at Max-ish Clam.
Another one of nature's horrifying wonders.
I gotta agree with the chimps, Sam. That looks nothing like me.
The water cooler is one of the most often repeated forms appearing in nature.
We all know this to be true. There's so many items and like so little to do.
Hey, chimps, watch as High Priest Max performs a great miracle.
Oh, mighty feet, hear my command! What was once water, make flavorful drink for my people. What was once colorless,
Since it's banana flavored, the sea monkeys will like it because they're part monkey.
What was once without sustenance, make enriched with calcium, which is something our bodies need anyway.
Just get on with it, Max.
Eureka! Banang!
Banang! Banang! Eat like a party in the moat. Eat miracle! Mighty feet grant you great power. But you still not satisfy all three prophecies.
Rules very explicit on this.
Show us two more and we're convinced.
I mean, I suppose I would not be fully aware of whatever was happening at the time of the birthday dessert incident because it was very surprising to receive this dessert when... I mean, it's possible that one or both of my parents lied about conveying this, but also both of my parents are strongly anti, like, restaurant birthday singing. So, like, I find it hard to imagine them risking that. So I don't know how
I'm all bowled out.
It went down.
I'm all bowled out.
Is this supposed to act as like a ramp for the bowling ball? It's not particularly close to any of the portals.
I'm all bowled out.
Birthday singing is a horrific experience. I think literally the only good use of birthday singing in like the history of the world is in The Emperor's New Groove when they use it as like an escape plan, as a plot point. I think you're right, Katan. I think he's all bowled out. I have so many items and like none of them seem good. I guess I'm gonna try giving this sandwich to like a bunch of random stone heads. Maybe I should talk to Abe Lincoln and get some clue about something. I think I've already tried giving it to these folks.
Want a delicious sandwich?
No, thank you.
Yeah, she's watching her figure. And he's kind of a creep. This might be the worst Telltale Sam and Max.
No, thanks. I stopped eating those in grade school.
It's not like it's terrible, but like I just genuinely feel like it's like a cut below at least all the ones we played so far on stream.
Want a delicious sandwich?
Open your mouth! Oh, right, you can't.
Is there any other thing I would want to do with the lightning cloud? I could push through the portal? Huh. Give Abe the book. I mean, that might work. It feels like it... It seems like he's where he wants to be, though, right? Like, I feel like I should be giving that to Sybil? Well, let's talk to Abe and see what's
go so well with Sybil, huh?
She was cramping my style anyway. So, Miss Moai, how you doing?
Get bent, Beardy.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's an uncomfortably familiar dating exchange.
It's the Desperately Lonely Traveler's Guide to Easter Island, 1963 edition.
This is not a real item, huh? It's a
trip
fact.
On Easter Island, bring plenty of basalt. It's a mind-altering substance for the Moai that helps them tune in, turn on, and drop out.
I don't think giving it to Abe Lincoln would help.
Sandwich?
I can't. I'm going swimming later.
But nobody else wants it. Would I trick
Want
them?
a granite sandwich?
No, thanks. I stopped eating those in grade school.
If I like put a portal here, could I make him eat it in a way that's uncomfortable? On Grumpy's head? I mean... Oh, you mean the guy I was talking to? Yeah. I mean, I don't... It's not exactly positioned at mouth height, though. Seems like the basalt thing is what you want out of the book. I wasn't sure, but, like, probably. But, like, also, like, no one's willing to eat the sandwich, and I don't know of a way to, like, force feed a statue that could eat me a sandwich. It's just, like, none of the puzzles in this, I think, are, like, especially well articulated. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's willing to let me, like, sneakily force feed him or whatever.
Want a granite sandwich?
No, thanks. I stopped
Want a
eating
granite
those in
sandwich
grade school.
sounds like a threat. Want a granite sandwich? Well, no, like, I think we can all agree that if we, like, give a mouse a cookie, like, a thing will happen. But, like, you all seem to be neglecting the fact that I can't literally do it by itself. Is not the children's sandwich the one with basalt? Is that... I don't think I paid enough attention to that. Is that true? If so, that is actionable, probably. Time to go through the portal like 3 or 4 more times.
Hiya, Stinky.
What? Oh.
Have some pie.
Looks like somebody already had a slice.
That explains all those ambulances this morning. And the screaming.
Hiya, Stinky. We're ready to order. Max would like the kids special.
That's for kids only.
But I have a childlike...
Hey, I don't make the rules.
Alright. Oh no, there it is. It's this on the thing, right? Little Tyke's grinder with basalt.
Never
okay.
mind. Bye, Stinky.
Now, see, the problem I have with this is that we've strongly implied that there's no way to drink from the Fountain of Youth and not become a diaper-wearing baby, seemingly indefinitely. So, like, I, for one, am not anxious to do that, but I got, like, places to be, man. Why don't we play with this subpar chapter of this adventure game forever? Eat again soon. I mean, considering I don't know that I want to eat there in the first place, eating somewhere else definitely seems like a solid strategy. I don't know if it'll keep, but I feel like I want to drink it in front of her so she knows that it's Max, but also that he's a kid. Do you like how they...
Feeling. Hey.
Don't blame me if you're having trouble.
Stupid magic water evaporates if it gets too far.
Alright, fine. That's fine. It's needlessly inconvenient because I can't think of, like, an exploit to use. But okay. Straight up evaporates. Weird flex, but okay. No, don't use it on Gone, for God's sake.
Drink it all, little buddy. All the good youth is at the bottom.
Oh, both of us are gonna drink it for even less of a reason.
Did it work?
I guess so. I think your music sucks and I want to stay out all night.
You already do that, Chowderhead. Now let's hurry up before our voices start changing.
Oh my god, why did the hitbox move? I so desperately want to go through the portal as quickly as I could do, because I think it's gonna wear off, like, really shortly. At least we...
What happened, Sam? I feel a sudden urge to vote Republican.
We're not as young as we used to be, Max. The fountain's effects wore off quickly.
It seems to have stopped at the same position. Which could be a coincidence, but feels unlikely to be a coincidence. Is there, like, a secret gong in here I can use to make a portal to grab water through or something? I mean...
Nothing happened. Why doesn't Stinky's gong work like the ones on Easter Island?
Because it doesn't have a triangle on it? Is that actionable? Why do I still have this thing? So, if I could accumulate some of the snail gunk, I could draw on it. I'm like really, like sincerely, I'm like not impressed with the puzzle design in this chapter. Like I know it sounds like I'm just being like salty, but like I don't know, compared to like so many of the other like Sam and Max chapters, even ones that had things I would get stuck on, it's like, oh, like I see what I messed up here, but it's like I feel like every time I like encounter new information, it's still like not obvious what I should be doing. Everything is just like so many steps to accomplish so little. It's just kind of frustrating. But, like, how do I get some?
It's that sea snail's disgust. Nah.
I don't think I have anything else that, like, wait.
Nuh-uh.
Come on.
No way.
Am I, like, missing an
It's
item
the
with
best
all
proof
this
of the
crap that I possess that already isn't doing anything? And why is this still an option?
It's the gimmicky electronic musical. Nothing doing. No siree.
About the bowling ball, it has 3 holes so you could make a triangle shape, but if I make a shape on the bowling ball, it's not a shape on her gong that would allow it to act as a portal. I'm trying to make her gong into a portal so that I... Like, it's just, like, it's locking a key in a drawer, right? Like, it already takes something to get to the point that you, like, want to drink water from the fountain of youth to get the sandwich or whatever. Meant like a stamp, but like it's just a round surface. Can you throw the bowling ball directly at it? I mean, I'm not sure if I tried that. I feel like it won't let me, but I don't know. The T thing worked.
I'm all bowled out.
No, I still bowled out. Like, that's a thing that feels like it should have a puzzle to it, but like I don't know what the heck. Can I interact with this?
It's the
Is this a
entrance
real
to
thing?
the lava machine.
That only used by High Priest.
It is in no way
We're in
surprising
his
to me.
entourage.
His entourage is just me. Only I can open magic door.
Prove it.
It's an incontinent sea snail. I hope that's red ink and not something else.
The world beneath the sea is both wondrous and completely disgusting.
Alright, that's probably on me, but, like, it feels like... truly, to me, it feels like having the trail itself be so... like, conspicuous means that that's the thing I'm interacting with, and not the very
It's a red
good
oozing
snail.
sea snail.
So, like, now can I just apply directly to the forehead? I mean, I don't know if it's a problem that it's, like, red goo. Like, I don't know if color matters for shape on gong teleportation. I feel like after the stream, I, like, need to go get a sense of how well-liked this game is in comparison to the others. Because for me, it definitely feels low. Like, maybe I'm just having an extra stupid day? But, like, despite getting some solid suggestions from chat, it doesn't seem like chat knows what's going on, and I don't, particularly. So, like, this is one of those, like, annoying adventure game situations where it's like, there's a world in which simply having the snail and knowing that I want to make a shape on this gong is enough to solve the puzzle. There's also a world in which I need to, like, fashion, like, a really tall paintbrush, and it's, like, 1 or 2 additional puzzles.
What are you guys doing?
Red improves digestion.
Don't try to argue with feng shui, Stinky. It's science.
That didn't really do what I hoped it would do.
I'm all bowled out.
Now what the crap do I do?
I never really expected that to work.
Paranormal entities are dumb and gullible.
That's really not what my understanding of that situation was at all. Like, again, I just feel like that is my general complaint with this whole chapter. It's just like, even though there's like an internal logic to things, like nothing in the game is like exactly cluing me into like what it's thinking. So I'm just here grasping at straws for hours on end. All right, so like that should be a lot more straightforward, but like again, that wasn't like a particularly satisfying puzzle to solve. I just like did a bunch of stuff and like moved the door a little bit. Like, I don't feel like I accomplished anything. I just felt like I wasted time in the way that the game wanted me to do it. Like, in theory, I should be able to, like, drink it at the diner or whatever, but, like, I don't... I just want this part to be done. Always a great sign in your game is you're like, I just don't want to be doing it anymore. Yeah, not a great feeling, right, Letters? When, like, the best strategy for where you're at is randomly clicking things. To answer your question, Demolition...
What do you boys want?
Max team
Do you
Skull
have
and
money to
Crossbones
pay?
on Sam's shirt.
Drop the attitude, lady. I'm the president.
Max.
President's adorable nephew here for a visit.
Well, since I know the president personally, I guess it's okay. What's your order?
A double martini with an absinthe chaser.
Served on a stack of porno mags.
This is a setup, right?
Pretty much everything we say generally is, yes. A bowl of oyster smacks, half an orange, a poached egg, and beet juice.
And I want a bowl of algae bits, because they make the milk turn green.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
I mean, if you're only gonna serve me ham hocks, I don't know why you have 3 specials.
We like
There's
the
a really
special.
deep cut joke
You're
for
in
no
luck,
one.
boys. I've got one already made. One basalt sandwich coming up.
I like that it looks largely indistinguishable from the rock sandwich I already possess, not causing any additional confusion.
Misplaced my knife.
You probably left it in the real Stinky's body. It's an honest mistake.
Oh, that's silly, you little rascals. Now, run along and play before I call child services.
Great, let's never come back here. Whee! Whoa. Oh, I see. When it wears off, I'll have my inventory again? Question mark? Alright, so like this idiot probably likes this sandwich, right?
Hey, look, we got you a mouth-watering basalt sandwich.
Basalt? It's been a while. What about the rabbity guy? Is he cool?
More or less.
All right, quick, before my carvers get back.
You like that he had to inhale the sandwich? Do you get it? Do you understand?
Oh, man. That is some kind basalt.
Dude, don't bogart the sandwich.
Oh, man. It's like I can taste colors.
Get a load of Cheech over here, Max. He's lit up like an arsonist's birthday cake.
No way, Sam. It's been like 5 seconds. He can't be that much of a lightweight.
Oh, yeah? Watch. Sorry, sir. We just accidentally killed your puppy.
You crack me up, little dude. Oh, whoa. Hey, you guys want to order a pizza?
Well, what if we're like all dreaming now, and what we think is a dream is really reality?
That would explain why I'm always showing up at places with no clothes on.
Dude. Wait, what?
Nico says, I think the problem for me is that the puzzles aren't meaningful. You go through multiple steps to solve problems that shouldn't be there. Yeah, that's... I've been trying to articulate that exact feeling, but I completely agree with that. Because, like, it's one thing to, like, accomplish the puzzle and be like, oh, stupid me, I didn't get it, but, like, I see what they were going for. And I, like, don't get that sense at all. Like, every time I, like, finish a puzzle, I'm just like, all right, that had to happen, I guess. But like none of the puzzles are sort of like organic to the situation. So like all of the puzzles are really frustrating because like you don't have like an intuitive sense of like what you need at any point.
Hello.
Hi there.
Dude. Oh, wait, what?
Peace out.
Later, dude.
I don't know how we trigger that while we're downstairs, but I assume having that portal there is part of it. Oh, maybe. Did that shake? I thought that was gonna be his feet moving. No, you're right. That's stalactite.
It finally shook loose.
I enjoy how stupid this puzzle is. Like, this feels appropriate for a Sam & Max game. It's like they, like, watch you do this and they're like, oh, the prophecy.
Make sure you get my good side, Sam.
You have a good side? Look, over here. It's an image of the true high priest, Max.
How that
Flamish
did there?
Max.
Look just like him. It uncanny.
That appear completely out of nowhere. Mighty
We were all
feat.
looking the other way when that
Show us
happened.
face of true high priest. But you're still not high priest yet. Must satisfy final prophecy.
Oh, God. I don't know why I have this bowling ball. Frankly, the mallet hasn't been necessary for anything, has it? Why do I have it? I still have this for some reason, and the car horn.
I don't know if I'd worship these guys, but they do have a lot of soul. Even if we could reach them, I don't think they're ticklish.
I haven't used these gongs for anything either. There's like so many like fake gongs. I don't have any idea really. I mean, does it have to do with the song? Okay, yeah. All right, that'll do it. There was like a really short window to interact there, and I think I just got mad because I didn't do exactly that thing.
Head dog walking.
Let's get Max anointed again.
Oh, might do you reckon?
Praise to the true high priest.
Look, feet move. He must be high priest.
Uh-huh, that's right. Bring the love. Good to see you too, Mighty Feet.
All reliable.
Clear.
A prophecy of 3 things that we can manipulate and exploit.
Priest, give blessing. Prophecies are fulfilled. The feet have spoken. True high priest has returned.
People of the feet, all shall love me and despair.
No time for that now, little buddy.
High priest, take rightful place on altar.
We've got to get up there and stop that volcano.
So wait, we still get to kill them now, yes?
No. Now we deal with imposter.
Kill the ghost. It's the prequel to Elden Ring with feet instead of fingers.
So-called high priest.
Is that canonically part of that world? It feels like it should be.
Yeah, what gives, Mr. Spatula? I thought we were pals.
He said,
God, this is so stupid.
Then he spit derisively. Now he say, me welcome death. Better than suffer tyranny of imprisonment.
Look how slow this is
on
moving.
stale fish flakes.
I knew I should have taken him for more walks. I blame myself.
I blame you too.
No, he say, you think you won, Sam and Max. You really just step in trap. I send Triangle to summon you here, and you stupid primitives to waste your time.
We not primitive. We have cell phones.
He say, now you too late to stop Volcano. Fascist oppressor Sam and Max get herbal tea and foot rubs once and for all.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
What's that last
Does
part?
this thing go any faster?
Now he say, that not what I said at all. Me confused, not herbal tea and foot robes, rain of fire and drowning
Rain of
magma.
fire and drowning magma. Yeah. No, I see what happened there.
Now he say, come, Sam and Max. Come to your doom.
Couldn't we have just swam
In
up
my
here?
Spectral form, I am invincible. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
It's a good line read. I assume that's the intention that was given.
Now he say, my medallion. No, cannot be. What world? What world?
Take him to the sacrificial toilet bowl.
Why do we even have these magma tubes?
No time, Max. We're too late to stop the volcano. What do we do?
I should probably
It's too
like
late.
turn it off
The volcano's
regardless.
already going to erupt.
It doesn't seem like that's true.
It says, in case of emergency.
Press it, Sam, press it.
I
It
suppose
doesn't say to
now's as good a
press it
time
in
as
case
any.
of emergency. It just says in case of emergency. It should
I
be
wonder what that
spelled
did.
in case.
Nothing more we can do here, Max.
Like trap
Let's go
the
up top and
button
check out the situation.
if there's an emergency. I do love a good loudly shouting what joke. It's one of my favorites.
Hey, look. I had the parking brake on that whole time. Whoops.
Alright, I'm gonna need that medallion. Maybe that sock crown?
It's the
I have
official
questions.
signet of the Ocean Chimp's High Priest.
Don't I get to wear it?
We don't have a chain long enough to fit around your enormous head, chum.
I don't want to know what's keeping that thing together. But we have it now.
No time to chat now. The volcano's about to erupt.
Are any of the portals large enough that we can, like, go over there? I don't know which one I would expect to use for that.
Bloody-nosed Euclid doing the Eucharist on a nitro-burning catamaran.
That's the second biggest Bermuda Triangle I've ever seen.
Seems to be spinning out of control, too.
Oh, bye. Oh, okay.
Well, there goes our only way home.
I fail to see how this is helpful in an emergency.
This is it. The volcano is about to explode.
Bogus.
Help
Bogus.
us, Sam and Max.
So, like, is the red portal orbiting the pink one? There's, like, something that's, like, sometimes visible. I feel like it's important, but it's not... When I'm looking at it, I don't see it. I mean, I definitely feel like I want that there. Don't know exactly how I'm using it, but I feel like I want that.
There's no way I could reach that.
It looks like something like falls out of it at this far end, but it's like concealed behind
Check
dew.
this out, Max.
Make a red portal with snail goop? Arguably, but I don't have the snail anymore.
It's the High Priest's octagonal medallion.
Also, I'm still not entirely sure how those physics work. Oh, it's like throwing our car over and over? Why is it throwing... How do I use that?
Want us to put in a good word for you with Sybil?
I've still got a shot with the locals.
Not even after another 1,000 years.
Wow, I haven't seen rejection on that scale since I whomped you in the last election.
Is there still a puddle of red goop on the island? I tried so hard for that to be a usable item. Did you miss like a whole hour of the stream? If that suddenly worked, maybe, but I severely doubt it.
I can't reach it.
Also, I'd kind of have to make it like magenta or something, right? I mean, the red portal's in the pink portal? Like, I don't... Again, like, I just find myself in a situation where, like, I kind of vaguely understand what's going on, but it's not like, of course, the next thing to do is this for logical reason. Oh, actually, yes, you took a bath during the stream. Pretty much just assume that the entire time you were taking the bath I was trying to use the snail goop as an item. And then eventually I tried to just, like, pick up the snail and he's like, that's fine. I won't use its, like, secretion as paint, but I'll let you pick him up so that I can violently do that. Which, in fairness, isn't, like, completely outside the realm of Sam and Max logic, but does not apply to Occam's razor. Like, what? Oh, God. Just, like, what? Like, what is it? Am I forgetting something at the tiki bar that feels like a real... Hang on. Max?
Well, the volcano's about to blow, and it's pointed right at us.
Explain to me again why we don't just go home and eat popcorn while this stupid island boils away into vapor.
One of us has a conscience?
Oh, geez. It's not me, is it?
If it's the Bermuda Triangle, why does it go to Easter Island? That's not even in the same ocean.
Maybe it comes here for vacation, like everybody else.
Preposterous, but logical as always, chum. There's nothing like a secluded tropical island for a little R&R, is there?
Sure, if you like sunshine and umbrella drinks.
If I remember right, Easter Island is notorious for having suffered massive deforestation at the hands of its inhabitants, followed by constant warfare and cannibalism that drove them nearly to extinction.
Now you're talking!
Let's take in...
Is that true? That's really upsetting. I read that we didn't have the medallion before. I doubt that its purpose is to act as a paintbrush, but there's been a lot of dumb things in this chapter that I've not thought were particularly good. I mean, even if I could do that, I'm not like 1,000% sure how I would apply it. Maybe I need to open the hatch from Lost. Maybe I need to, like, threaten Mr. Spatula. Oh, you have to be kidding me. I'm genuinely mad about this. That doesn't... Oh, God. Just end me. Can't interact with Mr. Spatula. Can do that for some reason. But, like, see earlier point of, like, okay, now what? It's a hexagon. Don't hexagons stop them? Well, if... Is it a hexagon? Because a hexagon wouldn't. An octagon would. But, like... I have to feed it to the purple triangle. Do I have a conveyance for that?
There's no way I could reach that.
I'm not actually sure it had the item equipped. You know, I feel like I clicked it.
I can't reach it.
No, I need something else. I mean, I can, like, try putting it in here. It doesn't feel like that makes any sense, but sure. That doesn't feel any closer than the thing I'm already trying to do.
I hope there's nobody on the other side of that triangle.
I don't care.
You said it, dude, bro.
You've done it. You've broken the prophecy. You've saved our ancient civilization from destruction.
Hooray! So, sweet thing. Now that's over with. Let's say you and I find somewhere private to get sedimentary.
Yeah.
Gross.
I think we should spend some time apart.
Your loss. Can I get a ride with you guys?
Our portal back home is gone.
We're gonna have to swim.
Or maybe we'll have to jump.
Only one way to find out.
I get to ride on his dewlap.
You can only call that once we get in the water.
I guess we just sit here for another few thousand years.
What happened to Sybil? Legitimately no idea. I guess she went back through the portal while it still existed. Oh, wow. That was rough. That was not... genuinely, that chapter in isolation is, like, one of the least satisfying adventure games I've played in a long time. It's a shame that it is the first instance of that joke I really like. Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page here. Because, like, I feel exactly the same, Neko. Like, absolutely love Sam & Max. Like, couldn't be more effusive about loving this franchise and this series in general. But, like, that's gotta be the worst one. Like, that was just... There was, like, almost nothing good about that game as an adventure game. Like, the writing in many places was still great. But, like, the use of characters was much poorer than the average Telltale Sam & Max. The puzzles were generally pretty bad. Like, the story in and of itself... Like, we're not that far off from that thing I was kind of sarcastically suggesting, which is, like, once we, like, got underground, there, like, would basically be nothing left to do, and we would have accomplished, like, very few puzzles. Like, I would say that's, like, pretty close to accurate, and, like, again, sort of contributes to just the experience of, like, just, like, not being very satisfying. Like, everything, like, all the... I know it sounds stupid, right? Because, like, adventure games are all about, like, arbitrary... like, constrictions. Like, you have to, like, get this guy a drink before he'll let you go downstairs and crap like that. But, like...
Dude.
I don't like their proportions. It makes me uncomfortable. But, like, so in that example, right, like, I feel like a normal adventure game would have a puzzle sort of being like, like, I'm the bouncer, literally or figuratively, to the place you want to go, but, like, you have to get me a drink first. And then the puzzle would be to, like, how to figure out what drink they want and or how to get the ingredients for it. But, like, the problem is straightforward, even if it's, like, kind of cartoonish in nature of just, like, you should just let me in, but, like, you have to do something for him first. But, like, in this game, like, that same concept was delivered in, like, you have to get me a drink. Okay. But, like, you have to be in the union and do this, like, minigame. Okay. And then you do that, and then, like, you have to solve an entirely unrelated puzzle in order to, like, get access to the Fountain of Youth water. And it doesn't make sense that just, like, nothing about the Fountain of Youth made sense or was, like, narratively interesting. Like, when you add a concept as powerful as the Fountain of Youth, it feels like there's, like, so much you can do with it, and it's, like, super disappointing that it was just like, what if history's most annoying babies? Like, I don't know. I'm just, like, mostly not into, like, any of what was going on here. I mean, like, there's like a vague reason for the union thing, Neko, that the character that talking baby was supposed to be is, like, famously, like, an aggressive, like militant unionizer. It's like an American history thing. But, like, I don't know. It's like kind of a deep cut to begin with. And, like, if you don't know that at all, then it makes it even more baffling. And, like, it's just, like, I don't know, like, again, even in hindsight of, like, I solved, like, this series of disjointed puzzles and managed to get water from the Fountain of Youth to give to a baby, and then he, like, ceased to exist. Just, like, I don't know. I think I'm supposed to find that funny. I just find it, like, confusing and a little annoying. Like, honestly, like, I certainly, there's a presumption of bias, but, like, I feel like my idea makes more sense of, like, you have to find a mixed drink that's gonna give him some, like, weird reaction. You know, there's, like, a drink called Diaper Rash. It's like, oh, like, if you give him the drink called Diaper Rash, it, like, gives him a rash, and he has to go away and, like, tend to it, so he can't guard the door anymore. Like, that just feels so much more, like, logical than, like, I know, this baby will blindly drink Fountain of Youth water and cease to exist. Like, I just don't, like, get it. Like, I literally understand it, but I don't, like, get it. I don't know why you would, like, make a puzzle out of that. Or rather, like, two different series of puzzles. Like, all the things that were, like, kind of interesting narrative hooks were, like, ignored, and stuff I didn't care about got really intensely focused on. Like, I feel like I wanted to, like, deal more with, like, Sybil's trauma, or, like, have to, like, find Bosco's bunker. Although I think that, like, might be a puzzle in the next one. I'm not totally sure. But, like, I don't know. Just without, like, harping on it too long. Just, like, that was just, like, not a satisfying experience at almost any point. There were definitely, like, some good moments in there. Mostly just, like, literally the dialogue. Because, like, as a puzzle game, that was not Rafiq's finest hour. Like, I am really curious to sort of, like, look up a ranking for these, because I don't think I've ever genuinely done that. I did like most of the Sam & Max Telltale games, and came away from that entire series with, like, a positive impression, but, like, wow, playing this one back is just kind of rough. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Neko. It's similar to the ketchup cake thing, which, like, was, like, stupid and cartoonish, but, like, had, like, an obvious logic to it. Of, like, you can make a cake out of whatever you want, and, like, that's not the puzzle so much as the acknowledgement that you need a cake, and so the game just, like, waves a wand and gives you a cake. But the important part of the puzzle is you have to, like, make it vaguely tomato-y, so that you eliminate your rival from the singing competition. It's, like, still stupid, and it's still kind of, like, a mean-spirited thing to do, but, like, I'm not opposed to the protagonist of an adventure game being a sociopath. It's kind of required. It's just that, like, there's just something, like, weirdly esoteric about, like, aha, you made him not exist anymore. And then we, like, don't talk about it. And it, like, wasn't particularly funny, and it wasn't supposed to be scary. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I agree. Like, the idea that the triangles react to shapes feels like you could do more with it. But instead, it just became more about, like, positioning the portals. But, like, I don't know, like, at least a few of those portals, like, aren't used for basically anything. And, like, the few that are used, they're, like, positioned, like, specifically for puzzles and seem, like, unnatural in their position. So they don't feel like they're a part of, like, a fully realized world. They feel like they're just, like, puzzle pieces in plain sight. I don't know. Like, I'm genuinely not sure if there's, like, a single puzzle in that chapter that I'm like, that is, like, intrinsically a good puzzle. Like, almost everything we accomplish, like the Benang, I guess, which is, like, one of the most direct puzzles in the whole chapter. But, like, yeah, I feel like almost every time we accomplish something, my immediate reaction wasn't like, hooray, we did it! Or, like, I am so clever, I figured it out. It's just like, alright, sure. Like, I guess. Can we move on? But, actually, no. You know what? See if we can find a quick answer to this now. 7 next chapters ranked. Don't immediately link me to videos. Google, you're the worst. This might do. Nope. It is framed as listing the top 10 and worst 10, and it is like an empty thread. This must exist somewhere. Someone must have done this. We have tier maker. Oh god, this is gonna be hard to parse. Because you need to be able to identify whatever icon is used. Wow, puts Moai Better Blues in A tier, with several that are definitely better than it below it. Okay, well, that's not a good list. It's surprisingly hard to find this information. When we're done, we're definitely going to have to rank these. And so far, I gotta say, this is... I mean, comparatively, this is like a 1 out of 10. Not impressed by Moai Better Blues on replay. Like the T-puzzle. The T-puzzle was all right. I guess the thing I don't like about the T-puzzle is, like, for me, I would not say that I think a tea kettle sounds like a train whistle. Like, a train whistle has a specific sound, and just because the tea kettle whistles, to me, it doesn't evoke the same property. It's not like a wildly unreasonable puzzle, but, like, in a chapter that's already filled with, like, deep esoterica, I don't like it as an addition. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not, like, the worst thing I've ever played. It's certainly not the worst adventure game I've ever played. And certainly, like, I'm fairly certain I have yet to even hear of a puzzle that I think is worse than Horan Instundiga. Although, I have to admit that I haven't, like, firsthand played that Gabriel Knight one that's so infamously horrific. I mean, it's very bad, but there's still, like, a logic to it. Like, the thing that was so intensely frustrating to me about Horan Instundiga is that, like, the progression was that, like, I followed the sort of instructions that the game gives to decode the puzzle, and it gives that string of characters, and that doesn't mean anything. And so I assumed that I did it wrong, and then, like, proceeded to spend, like, a bunch of time between streams trying to, like, work out different ways of using the game's instructions to reach, like, a solution that actually meant something. And, like, in the end, it was just like, no, it's Horan Instundiga. How is that not clear? Broken Age also has some terrible puzzles. It does. I mean, I never got to the end of that game, because frankly, that game is very bad. I think I ended up watching, like, a playthrough for the stuff I didn't play myself. And, like, there's, like, a lot of dumb crap in it, but, like, I don't know that anything individually feels remotely close to, like, Horan Instundiga. Oh, absolutely anime. Like, I have no doubt that that puzzle makes perfect sense in Japanese. My problem is that, like, it's not even that it's... My problem is this. It's not that I expect the puzzle to work perfectly in English, but they completely failed to localize that puzzle because it just doesn't make any sense in English. Like, if it, like, was a stretch, but, like, following the instructions, I, like, clearly understood what to do, that would be one thing. Like, I think I've mentioned this on stream before. There's, like, this really awful, like, garbage adventure game I played, like, many years ago that, like, kept, like, crashing my computer, so I never finished it. I was, like, enjoying it because I like adventure games, but, like, it was really bad. And, like, there's a point where, like, I think you get, like, locked up in, like, a sanitarium or something, and you had to, like, solve a riddle that, like, someone, like, etched into the wall in order to find, like, an item you needed. And, like, the riddle was, like, who flies around at night in a rubber suit? And, like, this isn't a literal answer to the question, but I will tell you that I somehow understood that the correct answer to that is Batman. And, like, that was in fact the answer, and it got me to progress in the game, and I didn't like struggle to answer it. Now, was that localized correctly at all? No. Was there enough context that I could do what I needed to do? Yes. That's the distinction that I would make. I think part of it is that, like, I knew that the answer had to be 6 characters, which limited it some amount. But, like, Horan Instundaga, it's just letters, man. It doesn't mean anything. But yeah, I mean, like, I think Japanese kanji, like, definitely carry enough meaning to them that they can be more than just, like, a series of letters. And so, like, it can convey, like, a whole thought with just like a few symbols, whereas like Horan Instundaga is nothing. It's just nothing at all. And like what made that even like more insulting is the fact that like the dialogue around that was localized in this weird way to sort of be like, oh, like of course. Like it like acted like it made just as much sense as I assume it does in Japanese, but it's like no, like absolutely not. If you're not going to localize the puzzle, you desperately need to, like, make the dialogue around it justify it. There was something like that, too, at the end of that game, Nirvana Initiative, where, like, there's some puzzle where you have to try and, like, use, like, crime scenes to, like, geolocate, like, the final thing you have to investigate. But, like, they use some, like, weird criteria they don't tell you to like determine what counts as a crime scene. Cause like I remember like being like, okay, so here are all the places that we found a body. So that seems like that's what we're doing here. And it was like, nah, that's like too many somehow. That just makes a weird shape that's nothing. And you had to like randomly like determine which ones like didn't count, and the game like never explains it. They're like, yes, of course, everything lines up perfectly and this is at the center of it. And I'm like, there's like 3 bodies you're just ignoring for that to make any sense. But I have to say, like, it's not a good sign for you if I come away from your puzzle game experience making any comparison to Somnium Files' Nirvana Initiative. Because that has some of the most malign garbage of my puzzle playing career. Anyway, I do know that this season will get better, because I think it's the last episode of this. It's so good. I don't know if all the puzzles in that chapter will be top notch, but like at least the story gets really good in my opinion. But I'm super duper biased. But we'll wrap that one for here. As I said earlier in the stream, I think my immediate plan is that, like, for Saturdays, until we reach an endpoint with our Dwarf Romantic game, we're gonna just try and, like, we're just gonna try and achieve a high score and see what happens. It's not what I had planned to do, but we started, and now I'm just curious how far we can push it, because we've already made a new high score and achieved heights hitherto unknown. So we'll be back with that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. For those of you who haven't been part of that saga, we are 8 hours into a single game of Dwarf Romantic. And I don't remember exactly how high our score got, but I think we're up in like 35,000 or something, which is a lot. It's a pretty big number. And I think we like ended that stream with like nearly 30 tiles. And I know where to put the next one, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, before we round out the stream, of course, you must make an effort to locate secret Squirtles. As you probably know, or you may not if you are new here or don't normally make it to the end of the stream. On the couch behind me is a menagerie of stuffed animals, and some number of them are aiding and abetting secret Squirtles who like to lurk in the shadows, and they trade in secrets. If you are able to locate a secret Squirtle, it will be an omen of good luck for you, presumably because they tell you some useful secret. But if you can indicate where one is hiding, under or behind, or somehow otherwise concealed by a stuffed animal on the couch, you will be the beneficiary of that good luck. And this guy, even though I'm kind of covering him, he's not a secret squirrel. He's right there. You could have seen him at any point. So get your guesses in now is what I'm saying to you. And also, let's try not to think about this chapter at all. Especially about any of the Fountain of Youth lore, because it was also... Like, another thing that, like, really annoys me about this chapter, while I vamp for time so that people can get in any final guesses, is, like, I'm not a huge fan of the soda poppers. I don't, like, totally hate them, but, like, they're deliberately kind of annoying characters in the Telltale Sam & Max games. But like they serve a purpose, right? Like they're three personalities. They have like the relationship of being brothers, and like they have their own aspirations that make them subject to certain puzzles. And for the most part, they contribute where they need to. We spent like so much time establishing all these stupid babies, and like 3 out of 5 of them contributed basically nothing to the plot. Like, that's just, like, literally something like 20 minutes of gameplay that, like, just didn't need to be there. Alright, let's gather these guesses. So we got Carlos, ever the popular crab friend. Teddy Ursa, new friend. Octohat, classic. And new bunny up front. I put most of the bunnies that were made of chocolate together so that you could make a single guess there. Let's find out. Let's start with Carlos because he's over here and he's awesome. In case you couldn't tell, he's hiding on top of this brand new Triceratops Easter basket, which contains a little sea flap. This little manta ray guy. I think it's a girl. Her name's Maggie, right? Maggie. She's so cute. I love them. And here's our basket. He's a nice, like, royal blue color. Which, like, fun fact, I think the first, like, stuffed Triceratops toy I ever had was like a royal blue Triceratops. So I thought that was fun. Behind this bunny, this is like a big Squishmallow Thumper from Bambi. But he's got a little Easter basket with an egg in it. And he's got a cute little snaggle too. He's hiding. Go fuzz on you. Look at this. Look at this. I got another new crab. You can't stop me from having new crabs. Wait, I don't like the sound of that. This is Kaylee. So it's like the same crab as our pirate friend, but it's with her summer like starfish hair decoration. I don't know. She's very good. I like her a lot. I think I've decided that even though I have too many stuffed animals, like, objectively, that, like, anytime I see a crab, I'm probably just gonna get it. Okay, what else? We had some other guesses, right? Okay, sure. Over here we have our chocolate bunny. Spent a little bit of time on stream leading up to Easter. Gonna stay there, Winnie the Pooh. We got ourselves a Squirtle here, hiding with this is Teddy Ursa. Fun fact: I'm a big fan of the Teddy Ursa story from the Pokemon anime. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but like basically the little cute teddy bear Teddy Ursa just like acts cute all the time and gets Pokemon trainers to like give it stuff. And so it has like a really comfortable like Yogi Bear style life. And then one day he evolves into Ursa Ring, which is a big, horrifying grizzly bear. And he doesn't understand that he has become a big monster that frightens people. So he, like, as a grizzly bear walks up to people and he's like, hey, give me food. And they're like, oh my God, no. And they run away. And he's just like, I don't understand. I'm still a little guy. But we're not done yet. I knew Winnie the Pooh wasn't going to stay up there. Because we had a guess that our Octo Hat might contain a Squirtle, and he do too. Good work finding some Squirtles, crew. I'm glad we have fans of C Flap Flap. Manta rays and stingrays are one of my favorite animals. They're just so fascinating to watch. They're just so weird and, like, beautiful in this, like, alien way I can't describe. I'm a big fan of them. And that one is a nice, cute little teal color. It's fun little friend. So as you can see, lots of cool new things on the couch that I have very little space to store. We don't talk about it. It's fine. Someday there will be a solution to this, I hope. Today is not that day. Thanks everybody for watching and enduring whatever this trip to Easter Island was. Is it a coincidence that we visited Easter Island the week after Easter? I don't know. Probably not. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. More Dwarf Romantic on a quest to set a new personal best tomorrow, and we'll be back next week with more Salmon Max that hopefully is an improvement. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, everybody, and remember that you are colossal.